Welcome to the divisional round of the NFL postseason. The Chicago Bears are hosting the Los Angeles Rams in their second game of the playoffs each. The Bears are coming into this one after a big home win over the Green Bay Packers just last week, which they won in stunning comeback fashion after being down 21-6 going into the fourth quarter. And this Bears team, they're no stranger to comebacks. They've been one of the best late game teams in the NFL and possibly ever. I mean, their defense forces more turnovers than any other defense in the NFL. And on top of all that, they have Iceman Caleb Williams on the end, on the offensive side of the football, creating big plays pretty much everywhere he goes. And that's what's led the Bears this far. They're a win away from going to the NFC Championship game to take on the Seattle Seahawks. On the other side, the Rams, they're very familiar with the Seattle Seahawks as they've already played them twice. And let's just say things went right for them the first time, and the second time they allowed a late comeback from Seattle. We had a live commentary on that. You can go ahead and check that out if you haven't already. But that game was insane. Went to overtime, probably the game of the year. So the Rams trying to remake that and head to Seattle next weekend to be able to get that going. But the Rams, they've won by a very different way, and that's by having probably the best offense that we've seen anywhere in the NFL, led by Matthew Stafford. He's had the best season of his career by far, and this is Matthew Stafford at his peak form. He's looked incredible. Running back Kyron Williams has led the way, and he's got a little duo going back there in the Rams backfield with himself and Blake Corum. The Rams running game looks strong. And of course, I couldn't have forgotten about Puka Nacua. This guy deserves Offensive Player of the Year better than most other people in the NFL. I mean, he is a true number one wide receiver. It feels like the phrase, "Are you kidding me?" is uttered pretty much any time he makes a play. He's incredible. He's just unstoppable. And this Rams offense has just been so good. And their tight end unit, this is something I'm going to point out for you now that doesn't get noticed a lot by people, is how good the Rams tight ends are. They play so many different positions. They're all over the field. They run more three-man tight end bunch than anyone else in the NFL. They got Colby Parkinson, Tyler Higbee, Terrence Ferguson, and Davis Allen. I guarantee you'll see all four of those guys either blocking or catching something later today as the night goes on. And on the defensive side of the ball, the Rams' defensive line is talented and incredible. We've been seeing this all season. Braden Fisk, Nate Landman, Jared Verse, Omar Spates, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Poona Ford, these young guys, these veteran guys, they come together to make this Rams team that has truly been incredible throughout. But there's another headline here in Chicago for this Sunday Night Football divisional round cap, if you will, the final game of the divisional round of the playoffs. And that's that it's really, really cold. It's 20 degrees and feels like 6. It feels like 6 degrees in Chicago. And I didn't think there was going to be any snow, but it's snowing right now in Chicago. So we might be able to get a snow game, a divisional round snow game in Chicago between the Bears and the Rams. And considering the Rams are coming from Los Angeles, they're not the most equipped for this. But don't doubt Los Angeles because they got Matthew Stafford, who's ruled the North in his own day plenty of times. Snow's expected. Yeah, we got a full chance of snow for the next hour. And so this is going to be a fun game. We got a little bit of a snow game. Bears hosting the Rams. It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. The Bears, they got their own running attack. I was talking about the Rams dual running back, the backfield there for LA. The Bears have something going on as well. DeAndre Swift has had a good year, but the big highlight comes from rookie running back Kyle Monangai. The rookie out of Rutgers, 7th-round pick for the Bears. He's just been incredible at times for the Bears this season. And although he didn't show up much in their wild card game, he truly has just been one of the best players the Bears could have asked for in the running game. That was fast. But they've been excellent. both teams, the Bears and the Rams, which is why generally everyone's split on who could win this game. It's the last game of divisional weekend. Winner goes to Seattle to take on the Seahawks in the NFC Conference Championship game. And this one could go any way. It's a toss-up one way or another. Caleb Williams against Matthew Stafford. Of course, the coaching battle, Ben Johnson. In his first year as the Bears head coach, he's had an incredible season, done everything that they wanted him to do, and probably more than that, as he could be leading the Bears to a conference championship game and potentially past that, a Super Bowl. On the other side, longtime coach Sean McVay. He is now tied for the third longest tenured head coach in NFL history after the fire or in the NFL right now after John Harbaugh and Mike Tomlin were fired. Well, yeah, he's tied for third with a couple of other guys. I can't remember who. I think Shanahan's one of them. I'm not quite sure. Shanahan might be second, but there's a 9 years is how long he's been coaching the Los Angeles Rams, and he's been in there for a while. He's held this position. And remember, when he first came into the league as a head coach, he was considered he was the youngest coach ever in NFL history. He held that title for a long time, and then eventually it was taken from him. But he's not an old coach, but he's already been coaching for a long time. And he's going up against a first-time coach, Ben Johnson, who's not old either. This is two young coaches. And honestly, I'm like 90% certain Matthew Stafford's older than Sean McVay. No, I don't think he is. I think they're close, though. Probably the same class. But those two, it's going to be fun. Ben Johnson, Sean McVay. And, of course, the other side of things, the coordinating position, Chris Shula, the Rams defensive coordinator. He'll be probably getting a head coaching job either this cycle or if not this cycle, next cycle. And then on the Bears side of things, Declan Doyle running the offense over there has been phenomenal. And Dennis Allen running the defense for the Bears, the former New Orleans Saints head coach. It's been, surprising. He surprised me. I wasn't sure about it when he first took the coordinating position, but it has been a phenomenal addition for them because the Bears, they force turnovers. They make plays. They make things happen. And you can tell just by looking at the stats. I mean, you just take a look at the statistics for this team and the amount of turnovers. Their turnover differential is just preposterous. It's through the roof. Let me see if I can pull it up here. The turnover differential. They're the best, arguably the best turnover defense, period, this season. Packers, yeah. I don't know why. It's just showing me the playoffs, but the Bears have been better than this. They have a -2 turnover differential against the Packers, but they've gotten better. They have better stuff coming their way. This game, I got a feeling it's going to be a good one. Whether we'll see a shootout or an all-out defensive game, it'll be interesting. Of course, Chris Shula and Dennis Allen, the two defensive play callers, and then Ben Johnson and Sean McVay calling the offensive plays on either side of the ball for the Rams and the Bears. There's Devontae Adams. I mean, it's cold. Puka Nacua, they got to make sure they hold on to the ball well. We saw it in the New England-Houston game that just wrapped up a few moments ago. The cold was getting to them. The fumbles were miserable. To keep bringing up the pack. I don't mind. I'll do it. Whatever. I'll keep bringing up the Packers. I mean, I've already brought it up like 4 times just about the win, 21-6. Am I right? Yeah. So the cold, in that game just a few moments ago that wrapped up, the Patriots took that one. I'll do a little quick recap of that a little bit later on. As the night goes on, we're going to recap all of that, national championship predictions, of course. And I might grade the Kevin Stefanski hire from Atlanta, which happened last night, which was quick. It was quicker than I was expecting. And I will probably bring up my impeccable coaching grading record from last year, which was probably the best thing ever. I'm just saying, it was really good. There's a live stream somewhere out there that has me saying them. I have them written down, though, so I remember what the grades are that I gave them. I was spot on. That was probably the single greatest commentary as far as predictions go that I've ever done. Just throwing it out there, yeah. So I'll also recap Bo Nix's ankle injury season ending and the Broncos win over the Bills. I want one of these two teams to win the Super Bowl, even the Bears. Ooh, that's crazy. The Bears over the Seahawks. And the Rams over the Seahawks as well. What's wrong with the Seahawks? I don't care. I'm happy. The Bills and the 49ers are gone. I'm done. I mean, I wouldn't like the Patriots to win, but whatever. I predicted their coach's success. I'm fine. Yeah, I don't know that the Broncos have much of a chance anymore. But we'll see. That's coming up next week. We'll be doing the NFC Championship game. Seahawks are cool, but they will get hit again. I don't know if the Bears can. I don't know. We still got to re-sign Sam Darnold. I mean, the Bears. Let's say the Bears have more potential upside. They have more time because the Seahawks, they don't have their quarterback's not on a rookie contract. He's going to get an extension. The Seahawks are great at moving on from players that they don't like. They're really good at that. The Bears, they kind of have the age difference, the longevity of being able to keep it going. Throughout Caleb Williams, he's still on his rookie contract. Rome Odunze is still on his rookie. Luther Burden, Kyle Monungai, like they have the buildings of a team that could be good 5-6 years down the line. But we'll see. This was definitely a great start to the Ben Johnson tenure, and I don't think it's going anywhere, hardly anytime soon, with the way the Bears have played this year. But I would kind of expect them to go down a bit as far as close games go because it's not sustainable what the Bears have been trying to do all the season. I mean, it's not exactly ideal to have to come back down 15 with just the fourth quarter left. Rams 21, Bears 17. I like it. I also took the Rams. What did I say? Let me check. Yeah, okay. So I took the Rams 27-21 over the Bears. But, I have most of the Bears' points in the final fourth quarter. That's my prediction, in the fourth quarter there. But that's just because the Bears, they don't seem to be an offensive team for the first three quarters. So I think ultimately it comes down to how fast can the Rams put this game away. They need a quick start on offense to hopefully keep that up, to keep up the offensive pace and get a big lead going into the fourth quarter. Make it difficult for the Bears to climb back out of that hole. So we'll be seeing one of these teams in Seattle next week at this same time. Yeah, that'll be cool. The AFC Championship games earlier. So we'll be doing the NFC Championship game. So one of these teams we'll be seeing next week as well. But at Lumen Field in Seattle. Nice. And then, of course, I have never done a commentary on the Super Bowl. And until I'm getting paid to do so, I will continue not to. Super Bowl, it's a holiday. It's a time for family. So that'll be fun. Honestly, I'm happy. Bills are gone. 49ers are gone. It's going to be a good Super Bowl. It's going to be a good year, pretty much regardless. I mean, if the Broncos make it, now it would be slightly less interesting Super Bowl. And if the Patriots make it, I'll kind of be rooting for the NFC team. But it's going to be a good Super Bowl regardless. I'm not sad for the Bills. I mean, I'm sad for Josh Allen because he deserves better than Buffalo. But he's never going to win a Super Bowl there. I think he missed his window. I think this was it. I believe this was his window. I mean, he's been fine. Is that chicken broth? That's gross. No, yeah, I think the Bills are done. I don't think he's gonna win a Super Bowl in Buffalo. To me, this was their year. But it just didn't pan out for them. So I wanted them to win. He deserves the title. He does, not in Buffalo, but he does. He should request a trade, truthfully. he should request a trade out of Buffalo because he's not going to win a Super Bowl there. Or at least he should say it's me or Sean McDermott, because McDermott's just not a good coach. I've been saying it for years. He's just not a coach who can lead his team to a postseason. I mean, he coaches a decent defense, but he just can't get over some hurdles. They're not good in like exceptionally close games. They're good at making like big comebacks. You can't ever count them out of a game. But when it was like, you want to hear something crazy? Josh Allen is 0-7 in overtime. 0-7 in overtime games since he's joined the Bills. In the postseason, they're 0-3. That's not. Yes, that is shocking. Considering how often it happens, that's not okay for them, which is why I've never been a fan of Sean McDermott. But now, especially, it's like it might be time for them to consider a change because they only have so many years left of Josh Allen's prime. There's one catch big away this time. Okay, I didn't. It was really quick. It was like I don't disagree or agree with the call one way or another. Just based on like fluidity, I would say, if that's a word, I would say it was an interception. Just because it was like rolled over, the defender has the ball. Like there wasn't a pause on the ground, there wasn't a struggle. It was just, I have the ball, which is the only reason I give the interception. But I was fine with it being an interception. I would have been fine with it being a catch as well. It could have gone either which way. And we are about to get underway in snowy Chicago. Rams won the toss. They deferred to Chicago. Rams coming off a win against Carolina, close fashion. And similarly, the Bears, close fashion against the Green Bay Packers. And this is a good return from Duvernay. Ooh, he almost broke away. Got to 37. So Iceman Caleb Williams in the Bears offense highlighted DeAndre Swift. Wide receiver is DJ Moore, Romo Dunze, and tight end Colston Loveland and Cole Kmet. Guard, left tackle Joe Thuney, left tackle Theo Benedet, center Drew Dalman, right guard Jonah Jackson, and right tackle Darnell Wright. No Ozzie Trapillo or Braxton Jones for this game. Keeping that in mind. Where do I want to see how go? That's interesting. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I would expect him to leave the AFC, though. I don't think he's going to want to play Mahomes. Because it's just smarter. The NFC is just easier. Caleb Williams throws, and he's got DJ Moore in stride, and a big play to open this game up. And DJ Moore's got the Bears at the 28 of Los Angeles already. It's been one play, and Chicago is rolling down the field at home. This is just a simple route. This isn't anything fancy, as it's just a little fake toss. Rams bite on it, and Moore just comes across the field, and there's just a lot of open space there. That is not great defense from Chris Shula and the Rams squad. That was a gain of 35. Handoff Swift and DeAndre Swift. Oh, the ball's loose. He had a good run, and then the ball came out. And the Rams do have it, but they're saying he's down. Looks like they're going to call it, yeah. Let's double check this. Yeah, he's down. It was the ground that forced the ball. Okay, so a brief panic for Chicago. This is what I was saying coming in. You got to make sure ball security is big when it's this cold. So that's something to keep in mind. 2nd and 5 now. After the gain of 5, Caleb Williams to throw under pressure. Throws one in. Oh, he almost had it. That was a good throw, but couldn't quite reel it in there. So 3rd and 5 now for Chicago. That was Odunze, and he just stops. It's a good route, and he has it. He just doesn't quite reel it in. Takes a shot at the end. Just goes through his hands. If they lose by a touchdown and they don't score here, that one's going to be one that's brought up. 3rd and 5 for Chicago. Rams bring pressure. It's a run, and they blow it up for the most part. It's going to be 4th and 4, 4th and 3. So the Bears might have to take a field goal here to start this game, but it is Ben Johnson, though. He comes from a long line of Dans. So Dan Campbell's blood rushing through his veins. 4th and 3. Caleb Williams is on the field. They ran quickly out of the huddle. It's 4th and 3 from the 21 of Los Angeles. Rams showing blitz. They rush 5. Williams goes through his reads. It's intercepted at the 1-yard line. He should have dropped it. And it's going to be taken back to the 16-yard line. So instead of any points, Caleb Williams has hurt his hand. It looks like he hit it on a helmet. And he's shaken up. And he throws the interception. Kobe Durant. That play went about as badly as it could have gone. First big game is so happen. That was so. Yikes! His hand is red there. Maybe a little bruising. We'll see if that affects him as the game goes on. So it was a good start, and then it turned rapidly poor for the Chicago Bears on that opening drive. He overthrew Colston Loveland right into the hands of Kobe Durant. It'll be Rams ball at their own 15-yard line. All right. What team would I like to see? All right. I'm just going to go team by team. I was looking to... That game was crazy. I didn't stay up for the whole thing. I wasn't going to ever... But, I was still awake at the end of the first quarter, and I hadn't checked the game, so I turned it on. It was 17-3. I'm like, wow. I'm like, wow, 49ers just really didn't decide to come to play, and they certainly did not, which really scares me about next week's NFC Championship game is that can either of these teams realistically beat the Seahawks if the Seahawks play like they did against the 49ers? Just a question. It's a decent question. Where could I see Josh Allen go? All right. I think he's going to dodge the AFC East. So we can go ahead and cross that out. AFC North. I just can't picture Josh Allen in a Browns uniform, you know? I just don't see it. That's interesting. Okay. I'll circle that one. I'll circle that one. No, he wouldn't want to be in the same division as Mahomes. Never mind. I would say Bengals, but I unless Joe Burrow retires, it's never going to happen. The Bengals still believe. And until the Bengals fire Zach Taylor, my goodness, they have to do that. It's crazy that every other coach in the AFC North got fired except for Zach Taylor, and yet arguably Zach Taylor was the one that needed to be fired the most. And when I say arguably, I mean he needed to be fired the most out of any of them. I don't disapprove of the Browns firing Stefanski. He also needed to go. But between Harbaugh, Tomlin, and Zach Taylor, it should have been Zach Taylor. I can see that. Yeah. Dak Prescott's time's done. Yeah, okay. I got 2 teams so far that I've pegged. So 1st and 10 for the Rams. Stafford's going to drop back to pass, and it is incomplete on his opening throw. He tried to hit Puka. 2nd and 10. North, I don't see it. It's intriguing. I got 4 teams that I could see Josh Allen going to. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. Stafford to throw. He's going to hit Puka Nacua over the middle of the field, and Puka's going to get 15. And an easy first down for the Rams to start this drive up. I'll give those 4 on the next commercial break. There was a little pick there by the tight end there. That's what I'm saying. When you want to watch any unit on this Rams offense, it's not going to be wide receivers. It's not going to be running back. It's not even going to be Matthew Stafford. You got to watch the tight ends because where the tight ends are, something big's happening. You have to watch them. It tells you everything you need to know about the Rams offense. This is a play action. Stafford Tries to hit Kyron Williams out the backfield, but cannot. So it'll be 2nd and 10. The Rams offense, Matthew Stafford, Kyron Williams. Wide receivers, Devontae Adams, of course, Puka Nacua. And then the tight ends, Tyler Higbee and Colby Parkinson. Left tackle, Alaric Jackson. Left guard, Steve Avila. Center, Coleman Shelton. Right guard, Kevin Dotson. Right tackle, Warren McClendon Jr. So the Rams offense, they led the NFL in points per game in 2025. 2nd and 10 for the Rams. High snap, Stafford reels it in, throws over the middle. He's got the tight end, and it's a good carry, 15 yards. That's Jordan Whittingham. Now, Whittington. That is not a tight end. It's just a big guy. That is wide receiver Jordan Whittington out of Texas. That's a large wide receiver. I'm sorry. That guy's got some muscles on him. He might as well be a tight end. First and 10 for the Rams after the Whittington 15-yard gain. Stafford's under center. It'll be the first run of the day. Kyron Williams with a nice early cut and a solid run of 6 yards. 2nd and 4. Bears defensive line, Montez Sweat, Grady Jarrett, Gervon Dexter Sr., and Austin Booker. Linebacker unit, DeMarco Jackson, Tremaine Edmonds, Nashawn Wright. And secondary, Nashawn Wright, Kyler Gordon, Jaquan Brisker, Kevin Byard III, who leads the NFL in takeaways, and Jalen Johnson. Or in interceptions, I should say. Kevin Byard, 7 interceptions on the year. Packers know him well. That's what I was saying. 33 takeaways this season, which was the most in the NFL. So this is, the Rams, the crowd noise in Chicago gets to them. So they're going to have to take a delay a game penalty, or they got the timeout off. All right. Yeah, so the Rams are going to get the timeout. So they call their first timeout crowd noise in Chi-Town, getting to them a bit. They call their first of 3. There's Sean McVay looking all bundled up and cold. So for Matthew Stafford. All right, Matthew Stafford. He's got a 65% completion percentage this season, 277 yards per game, 46 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions. Those yards per game and the 46 touchdowns led the NFL. So he's one of the front runners for the MVP conversation. Drake May is right there with him. And Kyron Williams only gets a yard before he is dragged down. A great read from Nashawn Wright. That was played beautifully on the corner there. Look at Wright. He's watching the ball. This is the sign of a good corner. He doesn't bite on any route. He doesn't go after Puka. He sees the handoff coming, and he just shoots it. Good play there made in the backfield by Nashawn Wright. 3rd and 3 for Stafford and the Rams. Puka's in motion. Stafford to throw. It's a quick throw to Nacua, who hangs on and has got the first down, a gain of 5. Who would I give the MVP to? I give it to Stafford, which is unpopular, but I give it to Stafford because May's probably going to win like the next 4. So just give it to Stafford this year because it's probably his last year. Just give it to him. I don't see any reason why not. I mean, he's had an incredible Hall of Fame career. Just give him the MVP. Give it to May, when he's great next year and the year after that. He's got a whole career ahead of him. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Stafford, handoff, Kyron Williams. And another good run from Kyron Williams. It's a gain of 9. 7? Really? They gave him 7. Okay. Not a nice spot from Sean Hochuley's crew. Seems like as good a time as ever to introduce you to their crew. Greg Steed, Brian Neal, Chad Hill, Patrick Holt, Anthony Fleming, Brian Perry, and of course our head referee, Sean Hockley. 2nd and 3 for the Rams to the questionable gain of 7. 3 seconds on the play clock. Stafford drops back to throw. Pressure coming. Throws quickly over the middle. He's got Whittington. Noah Whittington. He's inside the red zone and out at about the 17-yard line. First down, Los Angeles. And a good play there by Stafford. That was bold. CJ Stroud threw an interception there, by the way. That was a brutal game. No, but Stafford, he's got rushers in his face, and he just gets it off. Patient in every way. I mean, that's kind of why he's MVP. In my book, I mean, he's so patient. He's so accurate. He just doesn't make mistakes anymore. Nothing that you can truly be qualified as, oh my goodness, that was like a back-breaking play. Ooh, they got him. He's going to take a shot. And Stafford sees it, and he doesn't reel it in. The tight end, Parkinson. I thought they were going to call a neutral zone infraction or an offside. Like they jumped. Was I not the only one who saw that? Parkinson has 9 receiving touchdowns since week 10, which is the most in the NFL in that span, including the postseason. Red zone drives, the Rams have had 76. So the Rams get down here often. They score often. Play clock's at 4. Stafford to throw. And he's going to get Williams after a gain of 5. Seemed like some jumpage. I've seen 2 calls that I haven't been happy with from Sean Hockley's crew so far. First one was the 7-yard gain from Kyron Williams. And the second was that one there. 3rd and 4. Stafford to throw. Stafford's got Kyron Williams in a first down, a gain of 6. Kyron Williams, he's been coming out of the backfield quite a bit now on this opening drive. Seen it already 3 or 4 times already. He just slips out, pretends to be a blocker, and then into the flat. It's Caleb Williams has nothing to do but freeze. But he is Iceman, so he's used to it. 1st and goal for the Rams. Kyron Williams is the running back. And it is play action. Stafford rolls right. He doesn't quite have what he's looking for. Pump fakes and just throws it at the back of the end zone. Didn't have anyone open. Good coverage there by Chicago. So 2nd and goal now from the 4. This is apparently Stafford, the coldest game of Stafford's career with the feels like of 6. Yikes. Coldest it's been where I'm at. Feels like a 14. Still pretty cold. Although I feel like it's almost colder in Florida right now, really. It's freezing. They had a cold day recently. Back in like January 7th. 2nd and goal. Handoff Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams is in. Touchdown Rams. And Kyron Williams has the Rams on the board to start this game off. And that was 14 plays, 85 yards, 6 minutes, 33 seconds, and 6 points to show. Kyron Williams. And I'm telling you, you just got to watch where the tight ends are. It's Colby Parkinson here on the block, and he just bullies Tremaine Edmonds there as he just pushes him back. I guarantee you, if it's a run play, look for which side has the most tight ends. Occasionally, they'll throw in a curveball for you, but for the most part, that's a pretty safe bet. Never won my sleeves. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever worn. I have one. It's right back here. I don't think I've ever used it. Like truly, like if I'm truly cold, I don't think I've ever used it. 7-0 Rams. The early lead after the 4-yard Kyron Williams rushing touchdown. All right, let's go over quickly the 4 teams that I said I could see Josh Allen going to, starting in the AFC, the only team I have in the AFC that I could see, like in my head, I can see Josh Allen wearing this uniform. I could see him as the next star quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. Say Daniel Jones doesn't work out, he gets injured again next season, and the Colts have another bad year. They fire Shane Steichen, bring in Joe Brady as their next head coach. And then instead of doing anything overly drastic, and when I say overly drastic, they trade like 4 first-round picks for Josh Allen, and Josh Allen is the new starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. But, just a hypothetical. Nothing said in this segment can be used against me in the future. I'm just brainstorming. Next team I have, how about the Dallas Cowboys? Let's get them boys a good quarterback for once. They haven't seen one in many, many years since Troy Aikman. And yeah, don't even try and say Tony Romo. Since Troy Aikman, they haven't had a good quarterback. And Dak Prescott, he's just not it. He's not him. Anyway, he could go to the Broncos next week. I'm sure he would do it. He's like, can I win a Super Bowl, please? I feel like he's too loyal to Buffalo now, though, because of all the opportunities they've given him. He's just Buffalo through and through, sadly, which might keep him from ever winning a Super Bowl. So yeah, Dak Prescott, his time's been up for a while. Let me say that. Send him to Dallas. The Bills, they get CeeDee Lamb out of it. How about that? The Bills get, CeeDee Lamb and 2 first-round picks for Josh Allen. Beautiful. And, the Cowboys take on the rest of Allen's contract. Allen demands a trade, so it all works out for them. Cowboys have a new starting quarterback. Well, it's another 10 years at least. I hope not, because the Cowboys, they're borderline unwatchable with Dak Prescott at quarterback. They have been for many years. Surprised no one's noticed. I noticed it many, many years ago. But they're always like a second on. I'm like, how do you not know that this guy's not going to win you a Super Bowl? It took them so long. And then there's 2 others, which I guess I'll get to on the next commercial break. And it's a touchback. I think it'll be only taken out to the 20, though. I think it was a good kick from Harrison Memphis. This Rams defense coming out of the field. You got the D-line, Braden Fisk, Poona Ford, Kobe Turner. Linebackers, Byron Young, Nate Landman, Omar Spates, Jared Verse. And then the secondary, Kobe Durant, who has the interception, Cam Curl, Cameron Kitchens, Darius Williams, and Quentin Lake. I always think of Dak and Caleb are the same way. How close are they actually? Excellent question. I have no idea. I will look that up for you. I have absolutely no clue. It's Kmet in motion, handoff to Monungai, and Monungai is hit with a brick wall, and he's going to lose 2 yards at least. Off to the sideline. He didn't receive any medical attention. He just shook it off. As you can see there, they threw a cape around him, handed him his tablet, and he started preparing for this next drive. Unconcerned are the Bears about Caleb Williams' finger injury. Said he just toughed it out, moved on in the next drive. We'll see if it affects his throwing throughout the rest of the day. And we'll see now. And it's a quick throw to the sideline and breaking 1 tackle, breaking 2. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a move. And Luther Burden III decided to take some ankles for the new year. I'll go through it now. I think technically Dak's better, but I'll have to check. There's the first move, and then Jared Verse. Surprised he even still has ankles after that. 3rd and inches now for Chicago. Monungai's the running back, and the call goes to him, and he's going to get the first down against most odds. There was someone in the backfield before he even got close. Most fight I've ever seen not to get a first down in my life. Caleb Williams against the Packers. He went 24 of 48 for 361 pass yards, 20 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns, and 2 interceptions, which is his 7th comeback win in the fourth quarter, which is the most in the NFL this season. 1st and 10 for Chicago. Play action, Caleb Williams to throw. He's under pressure. He's going to roll to his left. Pocket broken down. Throws on the run. And, it's dropped for the second time today. It's Colston Loveland. And this cold weather might be affecting some of the catching for this Bears team as they've dropped 2 passes now, one of which would have been a touchdown. But credit to Caleb Williams for extending the play. But what a good defense by the Rams. I mean, it's just coverage. It's just good coverage there, forcing him out of the pocket. He was correct. He was the only guy open. Colston Loveland was the only person open on that play, and Loveland just dropped it. Good quarterback play from Caleb Williams and good secondary play. They got a corner blitz, quick throw, and that one's almost dropped. Instead, he's going to be just a yard short. Olamide Zacchaeus is going to come a yard shy of the first down. It'll be 3rd and 1. Olamide, I really hope he catches a touchdown. Then I can call him the Wizard of Oz again, like I did in last year's NFC Championship game. Wouldn't that be crazy? Olamide Zacchaeus, secretly the true recipe for success. It's been on 2 straight NFC Championship teams if the Bears win this one. 3rd and 1. Met in motion. Hand off to Swift. Swift's got the corner. DeAndre Swift with a nice run over midfield into Rams territory. 1st down, Chicago. It's a cool celebration, okay? Like, I have no comment about it. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. Like, everyone, they're all on the same page. They all do it. It's just a good celebration. Nothing wrong with it. It's clean, it's simple, it's fast, it's good. It's a 10 out of 10 1st down celebration. Certified. 21 yards for Swift already on 3 runs. Free rusher. Williams has to roll to his right. There is a flag. Williams throws on the move, and this one's caught by Loveland inside the 25. And a good play there. We'll see if it stands. I think it might be an offside, so I think it probably will. Yeah. Jared Verse was way too close to the quarterback because it was a high snap, but it wasn't that high. Like, if you notice, he was really close to Caleb Williams before Williams even had much of a chance. So I knew he was somewhere. He had to be a little early. 1st and 10 from the 24 after the declined offside penalty. I formation for Chicago. And it's another handoff to Monungai this time. Kyle Monungai slipping through the cracks. And a good run there from Monungai to the 9. Another 1st down for Chicago. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Or 1st and goal for the Bears, mind you. 2:12 left in the 1st quarter. Rams lead by 7 on this 2nd drive for Chicago. And look at this. He's just a bowling ball. Boom! Stays on his feet and then takes another hit on his way down. Power rushing from Kyle Monungai. I'm telling you, I like this guy. He's very good. Another run from Monungai. Lowers his shoulder. Not going to get much farther, but he's not going down either. Forward progress stopped after a yard. 2nd and goal. These running backs, they've been phenomenal this season for Chicago. They've become one of the bigger dual threat combos in the league, surprisingly enough. But Monungai, what an excellent draft pick in the 7th round. Steal for Chicago. Zacchaeus in motion slightly. Komet. Hand off to Monungai again. Kyle Monungai, full head of steam. Down at the 3. It'll be 3rd and goal there. Yeah, okay. 30-10. All right, let me write this down real quick. This is relevant. This is relevant, I promise. It take a while to figure out what those numbers mean. You got this. You can figure it. They're not that random. So 3rd and goal for the Bears. They called their first timeout with 32 seconds left in the first quarter to make sure they get the play call right on 3rd and goal. Okay. Okay. And last number. Third and goal for Chicago. Caleb Williams under center. All right, motion. It's another handoff for Manungai. Manungai is not going to get there. The Rams front holds strong. And the snow, you see, we're getting a little coat of white here in Chicago as it's starting to come down a little harder. More snow. I want one of those crazy Williams. I feel like there was one good one. It was a Thursday night football game. I don't remember which one it was. It was like relatively snowy. It wasn't enough. It wasn't like over the top snow though, but it was a good amount. So at the end of the first quarter, 7-0. The Rams have the lead, but the Bears are at 4th and goal from the 2. Will Ben Johnson continue to harness his inner band? What'll happen? We'll see. All right, so these numbers, no, they are not the nuclear codes. Those are the most relevant quarterback statistics for the 2 quarterbacks. The first set of numbers belongs to Dak Prescott. The second set belongs to Caleb Williams. Dak Prescott, 4,500-ish yards. Add 50, whatever, yards on the year. Caleb Williams had 3,942 in the regular season. So you count those up. That's 600 more yards for Dak Prescott. Touchdown to interception ratio is the second number, 30-10, and then 27-7. Pretty similar for what it's worth, but it's just the 700 more passing yards. But the third number is the number that really matters. That's QBR. That's quarterback rating. Dak Prescott had a 70.4 QBR this year, which for reference is really, really good. For a full season is ridiculous. But you look at Caleb Williams, 58.4 is good. It's not awe-inspiring, but it's good. So, I mean, you look at it, Dak Prescott, yeah, he was the better quarterback. Total, as far as total QBR goes, this is playoffs again. Well, that doesn't make sense. Dak Prescott was the 5th best quarterback by QBR. He was the 5th best quarterback in the NFL by quarterback rating. And just taking that into account and that alone, he was only behind Drake May, Jordan Love, Brock Purdy, and Matthew Stafford. And I know you're probably not happy to hear this, but Jordan Love, according to the quarterback rating, was the 2nd best quarterback in the NFL. He was the 2nd best quarterback in the NFL, but he also didn't play the whole time. So really, Prescott's more like 4th because he didn't play the whole time. Similar case for Brock Purdy. You can't really give Brock Purdy, so you say Dak Prescott is right up there with the 2 MVP candidates, Drake May, Matthew Stafford, and then Dak Prescott's right there behind him, played 90% of the season. And then Caleb Williams is down at 16th, perfectly middle of the pack. But yeah, Prescott, he's a good quarterback. He's just never leading them to a Super Bowl. Just hard facts. It's just not happening. Sorry. That's why I think the Cowboys should go after Josh Allen. Trade them Prescott, CeeDee Lamb. Just get the game back together. Probably not Prescott. It'll be CeeDee Lamb, 2 or 3 first-round picks. Fourth and goal for the Bears. They are going for it. Williams to throw. Caleb Williams on fourth, throws to the back. It's caught. Touchdown. DJ Moore. The Bears' risk pays off. 12 plays, 80 yards, 6 minutes and 25 seconds, and 6 points to show for it. A wonderful response for the Rams' opening drive. And Caleb Williams, he's so patient. Like, he doesn't get impatient. What a throw. I mean, he over 2 defenders. Like, that is tough. That is really tough. And that what a perfect throw where only he could catch it. The extra point from Cairo Santos is up, and it is good. 7 apiece in Chicago. The Rams are getting the ball next with the chance to respond. We got a little back and forth going in Chicago to start this one. In the snow, but the Bears fans, they're loving it. They own this place. Dangerous. Yeah. This Stanley, are you good? Look up for a second. I was not expecting to see that. Never seen a bear do that. Nope. 14:55 till the half. Chicago with the big touchdown on 4th and goal. And Matthew Stafford playing in the coldest game of his career, which is crazy considering he spent the entire first half of his career playing against teams like Green Bay and Chicago. Like, he's played in Chicago before, played in Green Bay before. I know for a fact he's played in the frozen tundra at its best. So I don't know how this is possible, but I saw this statistic during the week. I'm like, really? 6 degrees is the coldest weather he's been in for feels like? That's kind of... He's been in the league 17 years, and he spent most of that time with Detroit, going on the road, taking on to the Packers and the Bears. Puka Nacua, 129 receptions, 107 receiving yards per game, which is incredible. Then you look at Devontae Adams, 14 receiving touchdowns, first player to lead the NFL for 3 teams. He's done it with the Packers, Raiders, and now the Rams. Second trio of teammates with leaders in passing touchdowns, receptions, and receiving touchdowns in NFL history. The other team to do it were the Patriots of 2007. My vision's going. My that came out blurry. I'm trying to read your message and I can't see that. 1st and 10, Puka Nacua. I'll read it after this play. Stafford steps up under pressure. Fancy footwork. Throws on the move. Incomplete. Good defense by Ferguson. Or that's his name, right? Terrence something. Great defense by that offensive play. Yeah, Terrence Ferguson. I was totally right. Yeah, good defense there by Ferguson. He was not open. I don't know why Stafford threw that one. So are they really moving to Indiana? Would a Super Bowl win change this? I don't know. That's an interesting question. I have heard a lot that they're moving to North Indiana, which is kind of sketchy, but like, I understand why people would be mad. Stafford throws over the middle. He's got Konata Mumpfield. This happened against Seattle as well when there was a catch, and I'm just like, who's this? Yeah. They're talking about his iconic moment where he said, let's go snatch these guys' hearts against Carolina last week, and then proceeded to do just that. 3rd and 4. Snow coming down in Chicago. Mumpfield in motion. Stafford to throw. Stafford under pressure throws one towards Ferguson and incomplete. 4th and 4. So the Rams will be punting. It's like no matter how many times I associate Konata Mumpfield with 15, I still have to check to see who it is. Like, who's Konata Mumpfield? There's a good play by Kyler Gordon on the safety blitz. So, Bob Evans? Jake Evans? It's one of those two. Is going to be punting off to Devin Duvernay, former All-Pro punter. Ethan Evans. I was close. And this one looks like it's going to be blown up. And it kind of is. Duvernay still on his feet, going the wrong direction. He's at his own 8. He's trying to make some magic happen, and he gets to the 14, which is pretty impressive in its own right. So Caleb Williams heads back onto the field. Hasn't gotten long to rest, but he doesn't mind when it's this cold. 7-7 in snowy Chicago. Right. Where was I? I was going through Josh Allen teams still. We're a quarter in, and we still haven't made any progress on Josh Allen. Oh, yeah. No, we were talking about Chicago, Indiana. No. I'll address that first. Hey, don't worry about it. Yeah. Let me do some quick, on-the-run research. Listen to that. All right, so it's not probably gonna. I don't know that it'll change if they win a Super Bowl. They might extend it. I don't think they're gonna extend the current lease. Let me just check when their lease expires. Just do the keys span. Okay. Ooh, okay, interesting. So they could. Yeah, so their lease at Soldier Field runs through 2033, but they have an early termination clause that could allow them to leave as early as 2026. So they can leave anywhere between 2026 and 2033, but their lease expires in 2033. So I don't think no matter what, they're going to renew the contract because it's an old stadium. I don't think they're going to do that. So in 2033, they're probably done regardless. So they might want to start building the new stadium. The location that they currently have planned is Arlington Heights, Illinois. So it is Illinois. It's in northwestern suburb of Chicago. This is a recent thing. They just... Yeah, they were just talking about it because yesterday there was some news in Chicago about a bill that needs to be passed in order for the stadium to be moved to Arlington Heights. Otherwise, they will have to go to Northwest Indiana. So they're calling on the support of Bears fans. So Arlington Heights is in Illinois. So that would be the ideal destination for the Chicago Bears' new stadium. But nothing's set in stone yet. But they're definitely not staying at Soldier Field too much longer. It's an old stadium. $18 degrees outside in Chicago. Feels like is lower than that. 1st and 10. For the Bears, Caleb Williams play action. Throws out of the backfield. Nice fluid throw to DJ Moore, but he's not going anywhere. I actually liked the look of the play, but Durant blows it up. So 7-all winner goes to Seattle, which we will also be commentating next week. The winner, which may be the Bears. 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams under pressure, throws quick and dropped again by Colston Loveland. It's his 2nd drop of the day. Changes gloves. 3rd and 10 now. Yeah, it's worth considering a glove change when you've dropped 2 passes that one was a little behind him, so I don't put the blame entirely on him, but you should still catch it. Because it looks like it just slipped right through his hands again. 3rd and 10 now for Chicago. Rams trying to get off the field and send Stafford back out. Williams, it was a bad snap, and it's a screen, and the screen is not going to get the first down. 6 yards to Colston Loveland. So 2nd and 4 or 4th and 4. Burton Fisk blew this one up. So he read it perfectly. And Fisk has been excellent this season since coming into the league. I think he went to college at Florida State. So did Jared Verse, I believe. They got that collegiate repertoire. Punt from Troy Taylor is gonna just park itself at the 23. So the Rams hit the field, the 23-yard line. How old bad can a stadium be? What has your experience been with the various stadiums you've been to? Generally, I feel like a lot of stadiums have at least one problem. Like I haven't been to the most stadiums. Like I can't say I've been to like anywhere near all of them, or even like I think I've been to maybe 6. I haven't been to that many. But I've seen a lot of them. I know a lot about them, in general. So let's see. I'm trying to think of the worst stadium that I've been to. I know the best stadium I've been to, Santiago Bernabeu Stadium in Madrid. Wow, that stadium's incredible. They have like a little, probably the coolest food market you'll see because they don't have food inside the stadium, really. They just have like a little food plaza on the exterior before you go to your seats. So you actually get there like an hour and a half early so you can go have dinner. And then, because it's like they got sushi, they have, cultural food, they have oysters, like they have a whole like supermarket down there. And it's really cool. So that's awesome. The stadium's built in a way where it's not overly crowded inside. Like there were 80,000 people there, but it didn't feel anything like that because there was only like, maybe 500 in your area. So it just wasn't crowded. There wasn't any traffic getting out of the stadium, really. You could just kind of walk in and out, walk in and walk out. There wasn't any like lobbying in line trying to rush out of the stadium or anything. So Santiago Bernabeu Stadium was phenomenal. Loved it. Other international stadiums I've been to. Tottenham. That one's low on my list. Tottenham Hotspur. It's because it's in the middle of London. Like, it's just locationally, it's ugh. I mean, the stadium itself is fine. It's whatever. But it's just like, it feels like it's in the bad neighborhood of London. Like, I know generally my way around London. It's not in the best area. So you kind of have to take the tube over there to the bad area and then get off. And then you have to walk a mile in like the yup. So I don't love Tottenham. Wembley Stadium's gorgeous. I love Wembley Stadium. So I'll give them that one. Wembley Stadium's really cool. That's also very high on my list. And then as far as international stadiums go, Allianz Arena is also just in a really good location in Munich, Germany. It's in a really nice location. Their food is decent. Like they got good German food. German food's not difficult. Bratwurst, currywurst. That's it. What do you want in Germany? You want bratwurst or currywurst? They'll give you those. It's all it takes. And that's what they have there. And it was perfectly good. And that was a nice stadium. So Allianz Arena is really cool. It's made of LED panels, which is sick. So most of the international stadiums are really cool. It's just Tottenham that I have a problem with. I'll go through the stadiums in the U.S. that I've been to and my worst experiences there as well. Stafford on 2nd and 10. Flicks one. And good job, Kyron Williams getting back on the ball. Could have been a fumble. They're going to say it was incomplete, though. So 3rd and 10. The 1st and 10 play was just a run up the middle that went nowhere. I was busy talking about currywurst. That was a fumble, actually. Yeah, that was a fumble. They shouldn't have called it dead. So 3rd and 11. Oh, they didn't actually. Stafford throws. Oh, what a throw from Matthew Stafford to Terrace Ferguson. First and 10 there. So they didn't call it dead. I was wrong. They did call it a fumble recovered by Williams, and apparently he was touched on the ground. Wow, what a throw. So I'm here that the most important aspect of the stadium. No, I also give a lot of thought into the exterior and interior looks of the stadium, how easy it is to get in and out. Parking is huge. It's less about the seats and the view and more about like the amenities and stuff. It's about what it adds. Yeah. Stafford, blitzer. Oh, he's taken down. He never saw him for a minute. Wow. And Jaquan Brisker was right in Stafford's blind spot. By the time he saw him, it was too late. Brisker just slices through. Stafford just doesn't see him. What a blitz from Jaquan Brisker. I feel like I had Tourette's for a second. That was not bad. It was a Brisker blitz. What? 2 sacks already today for Chicago. 2nd and 17 now for Stafford and the Rams. Hand off to Kyron Williams. Williams is going to get 5 or 6. So it'll be 3rd and long for the Rams. There's Dennis Allen, his first season, along with Ben Johnson, former New Orleans Saints head coach, who got showed up by Kellen Moore this year. Meanwhile, Dennis Allen's like, I went 6-11. It wasn't impressive for me. And everyone's like, no, you had Derek Carr. Stafford is going to throw here. He's going to throw deep. Stafford. Oh, it's almost intercepted by Brisker. That would have been an are you kidding me if Puka Nacua had caught that. And Brisker's waving bye-bye. Or maybe he's flying. Hard to tell. But good defense from Jaquan Brisker. He's made a couple of good plays on this drive. He just puts a lid on it. Stays with Nacua the whole way. Really good defense. Plays the ball perfectly. That is not even close to pass interference. Really good play by Jaquan Brisker. And the punt from Ethan Evans isn't a great one. It's an okay. Fair caught at the 17 or 18. So Ben Johnson, the Bears offense, are up next. Daubers. Caleb Williams hitting the field. All right, other stadiums. Let's see. I've been to Hard Rock. Hard Rock is a conundrum because the interior and exterior are really cool. It's really well built. Like it's a pretty nice stadium. Parking sucks. Like, have you heard about the national championship game that's happening? They're making people park at the Miami-Dade Convention Center. 29 miles, no, 27. It's 27 miles away from the stadium. Like, what? They're actually encouraging people to park in Orlando and then take the Brightline to Miami and get the shuttle from the Brightline station to the national championship game. That's how bad parking is. They have no one. I mean, Hard Rock Stadium can't host like a normal Dolphins game without having people walk multiple miles. So the fact that they're hosting a national championship game that's fully sold out, it's in Miami, ticket prices are the most expensive in the history of national championships because it just so happened that they decided, oh, let's give the Cubans some respect. That's my family. And so they decided to put like the 2 most popular teams among people from Miami against each other. I mean, the only thing that would have been worse is if FIU made the national championship, is FIU Miami in the national championship game, then it would have really sold out. But Indiana, Miami's crazy as it is, so they're really struggling. Like, there was a lot of complaints. There was this like pregame thing yesterday about something or other that happened for the game. It was like a concert that was being sponsored by college football, and security was terrible. They tried to do it on Miami Beach, and they basically just littered the entire beach. That's all they did. And it was crazy because, they invited Calvin Harris. Like, what'd you think was going to happen? But it was crazy. It was apparently quite the party, which is very Miami, but people from Miami aren't too happy about it because there's no parking. It's just not like it's a good stadium. Parking's miserable, awful. Like my goodness, the fact that they're making people that the secondary parking is 27 miles away from the stadium. Like I know, like for normal Dolphins games, there are people who actually sell their parking spots for Dolphins games, and the fact that they're probably doing that now too. Because I know last time we went to a Dolphins game, we parked in a schoolyard, like a school who would just like they rented it for the game. It was like an elementary school, and they just rented their parking, their like grass outside for cars that are going to the game because they're like really close. So just like whatever. It's just that's the main issue with Hard Rock Stadium, truly. Otherwise, great stadium. 2nd and 7. Caleb Williams. Quick throw. Not going to get the first down. He'll get about 4. It'll be 3rd and I want to say 2 or 3. 3rd and 2, yeah. That was Durham Smythe, the former Miami Dolphin. Speaking of Hard Rock Stadium. Injury update for the Rams. Emmanuel Forbes Jr., cornerback, is questionable to return with a shoulder injury. 3rd and 2. About halfway through the second quarter here. K-Met in motion. Caleb Williams to throw. It's a quick throw over the middle to Colston Loveland. Hangs on to this one and gets the first down to the 37-yard line. First down for Chicago. This is a simple route. As you see, he just comes in motion. He takes there, and he takes the top off. And that's very simple because he's got the corner there, 25, and he just forces him to go down, which just opens up the zone defense of the Rams. Really good scheming by Ben Johnson. They're focusing on the attack of the zones. It's a screen, and he's got running room. Luther Burton trying to make some moves. Breaks 2 tackles before he's taken down. 2nd and 5. This isn't 25 miles. At least it isn't 29 miles. Is that Orlando? Because Orlando, yeah, it's not 29 miles. It's 2 hours on a train, but and then like another hour on a bus. So, because the Brightline station's not close to Hard Rock either. It's closer to Lone Depot. It's like, they'll survive. It's gonna be a full house regardless. Even if they had 0 parking, people would have walked. Full blitz coming for Caleb Williams. Gets it off to Monungai. Monungai in the open field into Rams territory down at the 40. First down, Chicago. And a big play there from Caleb Williams to Kyle Monungai. It's so bright right now. I got lag on the side. It's like putting on the flat, like just a white screen, like a bright white screen. 1st and 10. Williams fakes the shovel, rolls right. He's in pursuit from Verse. Throws on the move, incomplete. Wanted Romo Dunze. Rams frozen. Bears actually good. What's going on? Yeah. The Bears might actually not need to come back in the 4th quarter, which frankly does not bode well. I'm worried. The Bears want to be down. They want to be losing going into the 4th quarter. They're better that way. 2nd and 10. Williams, 11 of 16 for 123 yards, a touchdown and interception. Keeping in mind, he's had 3 passes dropped, so he's been pretty accurate. Handoff, DeAndre Swift speeds ahead. Little mini hurdle to get the first down. Oh, no, they're going to mark him a yard short. 3rd and 1. As Stafford trying to stay warm on the sideline. What a push. Look at the center. 52. He got to the 2nd and 3rd level so quickly. Quentin Lake is a safety. He got to the safety level really fast. Good offensive line work by the Chicago Bears team. credit Declan Doyle on that one. I actually do. Declan Doyle, former tight ends coach for the Denver Broncos, I believe. So Declan Doyle has got some blocking coaching experience, so I'm going to say that's a lot of him working with those guys up front. 3rd and 1. Williams under center. Blitz coming. If they go play action, which they do not, they hand it off to DeAndre Swift, who's not going to get there. It's 4th and 2. Omar Spates with the big play there. And Ben Johnson, you know he's going for it. He just has to. It's in his blood. And the first one, that was Jared Verse. Yeah, he just gets the initial, pushes him outside, and then Omar Spates finishes the job. Next Gen Stats say go for it. They're going for it. K-Man in motion. Hand off Monungai. Monungai is shot down in the backfield. It's going to be Rams football. What a play by Cam Curl. Wow. He shoots the gap straight through. Boom, in the backfield. First down at Los Angeles. Shouldn't have gone for it. No, they should not. 7-7 still. 4:26 to go in the second quarter. Rams ball when we come back after the turnover on downs. I gotta get a cord. Give me a second. And then I'll talk about other stadiums. Realizing this isn't gonna work. What's happening here? What? Okay. Nothing to see here. How do I do this? Wait. Nope, that's not gonna work. It'll be fine. It'll probably survive another half. Because I normally I plug in everything like over here, and this time it's like over there. And then I'm noticing, wait, now another problem. I can't plug in all the side stuff. It only works for the camera. Oh no. Yeah, otherwise it's fine. Other stadiums. Let's see, Raymond James Stadium. Decent stadium, honestly. It wasn't bad. It's pretty cool. The pirate ship's awesome. Big issue with Raymond James is also parking, actually. I don't have any particular recollection of good food at Ray J, but I've only been there once, and it was many, many years ago. So I don't even know what we ate at the stadium. So no, but parking I remember was bad also, because you kind of have to drive through a bunch of neighborhoods to get to Raymond James Stadium, which makes me feel bad for the people that live by Ray J, because you have to drive through a lot of neighborhoods to find a parking spot. Very similar, but except like Miami, at least it's better. You go through normal areas. It's like, let's see, house 4B. Oh, Puka drops one. There's a rollout to his right, and Nakua can't reel it in. It was a little high. Nakua normally catches that one, though. Okay, Cam Curl and Nate Landman on the stop here. The D-line just pushes towards the left, and Landman and Curl are in charge of stuffing the gap. Landman gets the first hit, and then Curl as well gets the legs. They just take a different part of his legs out. It's about as good as it gets from a defensive play calling perspective. Credit Chris Shula. Hopefully the next Dolphins coach. I really do not want Jeff Hafley. Stafford under pressure steps up. Oh, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10. He almost had Parkinson. And Stafford's been in some trouble. Third and 10. Oh, my bad. If I need it, I'll go back to it. But for now, I'm going to shut it off to conserve power. What am I going to do? I'm going to have no idea if it's 3rd and 2 or 3rd and 1 anymore. Stafford, he's 2 of 6 on 3rd down. 3rd and 10. Whittington in motion. Hand off to Blake Corum, who's upended WWE style. 2nd down. Wait. What happened? What did I miss? What? There was a hands to the face penalty. Stafford throws deep, incomplete for Devontae Adams. A couple of plays ago on the Parkinson play, there was an illegal use of hands to the face on Nashon Wright, which gave them 5 yards. All right, so that was a 5 yards and an automatic first. And then we've seen these 2 plays, so it's 3rd and 9. Okay. How did I miss that? It's windy and snowy, and it feels like a song in a Disney movie. You know which one. 3rd and 9. Stafford. Pressure coming. Stafford's going to be taken down. They wrap him up. Kyler Gordon. Wow. He had no chance. That is good defense. And this is the 2nd time that exact blitz has gotten them. They've gotten hit by 2 safeties now. First Brisker, now Gordon comes flying in to get the sack. What's next? Kevin Byard. I'm going to send Kevin Byard down on the next one. Ethan Evans, the punt. This one's high flying. Room to return it. And it will be returned to the 38. 7-7, 2:54 until half. Caleb Williams' turn. Just going back and forth here in Chicago. Yeah, so those are the issues with those places. But the worst stadium ever, apparently. I haven't been here, but I've heard stories, like ghost stories about it. And that's Northwest Stadium, which, in case you didn't know, also may be known as FedEx Field. Which, if you didn't know that either, is the Commanders Stadium. This is where the Commanders play now, which is why they're getting a new one, which looks gorgeous, by the way. I want to go so badly. Like, that's a nice stadium. But there's stories of the Commander Stadium. They have these concrete pillars that they're actually bringing back in the design of the new stadium, but on the outside, which people are like, no. Because there's legitimately people with trauma who sit down in their seats, and their seats are literally behind a giant concrete pillar. And it's like just a wall. You can't see around it. That's just the way the design works. And a couple of years ago, before what's his name took over, Josh Harris took over when Snyder was still in power in Washington, there were talks of sewers, of like the sewer drainage leaking from the ceiling onto people's heads, depending on where they were sitting. And there was one spot where there's this one video of a guy who was intentionally trying to find like the worst seat in every stadium. And he's there and he found a seat with a concrete wall in front of it that also had sewage dripping. I'm like, who would do this to themselves? So yeah, that's as bad as a stadium can get, which is why Washington gets a new stadium. Why does Jacksonville get a new stadium, you ask? I don't know. Jacksonville Stadium, I mean, it's just old. Like, it's surprisingly old. The main issue, the pool's got to go. No, I'm kidding. They're probably going to put another pool in the in the new stadium. I like how people when the Jaguars made the playoffs, they were asking, is the pool heated? For the first time in however many years that the pool's been around, they asked for the first time, is the pool heated? It's the first time the Jaguars have played a home game in January. But good food. At least I got a few good bites. I have no idea. I couldn't tell you. I judge based solely on my own taste buds. Don't leave that up to anyone else. Walter Payton Man of the Year, considered the most prestigious award. The Rams nominee, Kyron Williams, and the Bears is DJ Moore. 1st and 10 for Chicago. Speaking of DJ Moore in motion there. Caleb Williams steps into one, throws deep. He's got a Dunze to the 35. Strike and first down, Chicago. And a great throw from Caleb Williams. Let's see this. Dunze, it's running right up, and then just a quick cut right in the zone between the safety and the linebacker, between the corner and the linebacker, excuse me. And just right in the zone, great throw. 12 of 17, 150, 1-1 for Caleb Williams. He's only pretty much had one bad pass. And off to Monangai, going nowhere. 2nd and 10. Yeah, that's pretty much all the stadium stories I have. I don't have any more. In the NFL, at least. Some good other ones. But not NFL. That's it. Yeah, I've been to like six NFL stadiums, I would say. Man, let's see. Yeah, 6. Like 4 an event. Yeah, 4 an event. I think 6 is accurate. I've been to a lot of games, but most of them are at Hard Rock. How's Lambeau? Never been, and even if you haven't, you probably know some. I have not been to Lambeau. It's too cold. It's too cold. But Lambeau, the thing is, Lambeau's kind of old, and there's a lot of complaints about the seating at Lambeau because they don't have chairs. I don't know if they fixed this, but I know a couple of years ago there was big complaints that they have like metal benches because they just have not renovated Lambeau Field in like 150 years. They just don't care. They're like, it's history. So they just leave the metal benches. There's no back support. So they just stand for most of the game, which I mean isn't necessarily an issue unless you're, old or young. So that's the big issue with the stadium from what I've heard. It's freezing. Other things that it gets really cold, because it's Green Bay, Wisconsin. But the stadium's, it's not any warmer. It's really cold. So it's cold, and you have the metal benches, which actually makes it colder. Those are the two issues: temperature and then the benches. I don't know if they fixed the benches though. It's been a couple years since I've truly checked. Yeah, from what I've heard, the best stadium in the NFL is Minnesota's stadium. US Bank Stadium, I've heard is like just incredible, like unbelievably good. So I want to go there at some point. Like I've just heard it's the best stadium. I don't necessarily know why, other than the fact that, there's good echoes. Skull, get to hear the skull chant. That's a funny headline. Pat School Texans and Frosty Fox Burrow. Meanwhile, there's like snow behind them piling up. Like it's colder where you are. 2-minute warning was what that break was. 2nd and 9. Williams, pressure in his face, gets it off to Monangai, who somehow gets about 4. So it'll be 3rd and 5. Caleb Williams got nailed on the back end of that play. $55 rushing yards for the Bears, 25 for the Rams. But the Rams do have that Kyron Williams rushing touchdown. I feel like the Rams haven't tried that hard. The Rams really aren't forcing the run onto Chicago. Because I feel like they've had decent success. They just haven't done it very often. 3rd and 4, Loveland in motion. Williams looks that way, tries to get to Loveland, and it is broken up. Good defense there by McCullough. So 4th and 4. See, Ben Johnson, he's weighing it in his head. Does he go for it here? I think he got to kick the field goal, yeah. And then here's Carlos Santos from Sao Paulo, Brazil. He's perfect in the postseason. Yeah, I mean, I think this is the correct call. I think you gotta take the field goal. It hasn't worked previously. No reason why it should work this time. So he's not going for anything dangerous. Said he trusts Cairo Santos. Who's got it, apparently. He was good from 49. 10-7, Chicago has the lead. The Rams have the ball. 1:10 left. Keep in mind, Rams get the ball after half, which means we could have the potential for the fabled double dip. It's been a while. I've actually been to you. Stadium kind of yeah, that's funny. It wasn't that. It wasn't all that, I guess. I mean, I've just heard it's amazing. I haven't heard any bad things about it. I'm gonna stand up, actually. I'm really surprised everything stayed. Okay, and we lost. So actually, it was there. Yeah, I mean, it is kind of the Packers. I mean, 21-6, everyone. Sorry. I was told to bring it up as often as possible. Just following orders. Oh. Back. Yeah. No, I haven't heard any. I'm trying to think of like other stadiums that I've heard be incredible. Like Allegiant Stadium, I hear people don't like it anymore. It's one of the newest stadiums, and people are kind of like, they're iffy about it because a lot of them are saying that it's, it's a great stadium. It costs $1,000 for a burger. Like, oh, it's a great stadium, but we have to pay $1,000 for food and watch the Raiders lose. And they're still charging, the same price for games. So people are just like, no, it's just empty. No one's going to Raiders games anymore unless they're truly, really want to go. A stadium I really want to go to, Lumen Field. I really want to go to Lumen Field because I just think it's so cool. I like Seattle as just an area, as a place. Unless they truly hate themselves. I'm like, hey, let's go watch our team lose. Or they're on the other team. Like, hey, let's go to Vegas to watch our team win. Yeah. I would want to go to Seattle. It's cool. Their stadium, they have like a stadium district, and both the stadiums there are gorgeous. T-Mobile Stadium as well. Really cool. Super Bowl 60 on NBC, February 8th. The show is Mike Tirico's and Chris Collinsworth's. I won't be there for that one. I will bid adieu. Because Super Bowl is a holiday. I'll say it as many times as I have to say it. Oh, big hit on Whittington. He fielded it and then regretted it. He got absolutely bombed here. Boom. Good special teams by Chicago. It was Blackwell. Just a big hit. Just lowers his shoulder right into him. First and 10. Here comes Matthew Stafford. These are the kind of situations that he thrives in. This first drive, he was 6 of 10 for 67 yards. Since then, he's 2 of 7 for 25 yards and 3 interceptions, but he loves these kind of situations. He's great at this. This is where a veteran quarterback really comes into play. Stafford, quick throw to Puka Nakua. Nakua's going to get 8 yards. Just go down, man. All right. They're going to try and hold him down a little longer. A little bit of push and shove there. All right. Rams still going fast, trying to get the play call off. 48 seconds. Stafford, high snap, 2nd and 3. Stafford's going to throw deep. He's got it. What a catch. Wow. Tyler Higbee. Just call your timeout. Yeah, call one of them here. I think they did. Yeah, they called their second timeout. Good throw from Stafford. Great concentration by Tyler Higbee, being able to reel that one in. Coast Staffy. Time to double dip. We're going to see the fabled double dip. I'm really excited for the national championship tomorrow. There's really no losing for me. There's no losing. I mean, obviously, like, I would rather Miami win, but like if they don't, it's like Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, got the heritage. Carson Beck's from Texas. Okay. I don't know where Carson Beck's from. Not from Miami. It's not Cuban. 1st and 10. Matthew Stafford. Rose, he's got Kyron Williams. 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 5. Called their final timeout. Okay. 29 seconds left. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's a win. It's a win for Miami regardless. It's a win for the Cuban culture. Vamos. This is really funny, like, joke that I have saved somewhere where it's like people say I don't look Cuban, but like, what do you expect me to look like? Plate full of croquetas and maduros? What do you think I look like? I'm like, that's true. It's just factual. Like, what am I supposed to look like? Rude. 2nd and 6 for the Rams. 28 seconds. Stafford steps up, rolls right, delivers to Kyron Williams. They got to go quickly. He slips through the cracks. They're in field goal range. Got to go fast. He's being held down. Stafford saying they spike it. Fake spike. Dan Marino. There's a flag. Ooh, they're going to call delay a game? They're going to call delay a game. That's worse. On Dexter. What was it? It wasn't even where the play was. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That was unnecessary roughness. That's not good. Yeah, I agree, Terry. Thanks, Terry. Terry McCauley. I think these rules analysts are getting better. Like, I feel like it always used to be just like the same 3 guys. Like, I feel like it was always Mike Pereira. That was it. And then now they have like the different guys for every channel, which I think is cool. Like Terry McCauley. I like Terry McCauley quite a bit. I think he's very good at what he does. 1st and 10. From the 14 of Chicago, Stafford throws sideline, overthrows Devontae Adams in the end zone. 14 seconds left. Still plenty of time. No timeouts, though. And Sean McVay tries to scheme up a 14-yard play with 14 seconds left. The potential to double dip. Get the ball after halftime. Stafford 12 of 22 for 144 yards in this first half. Stafford to throw. Looks deep towards the end zone. Same spot. Incomplete over the head of Higbee. 9 seconds now. It's probably not enough time to get a play off and spike it. You just take the 3, obviously, so I would say just take another shot. I see no reason why not to. Third and 10. Stafford to the end zone again. Overthrows everyone. 3 seconds left. Good defense by the Bears. Puka's not had a great game. 4th and 10, so the Bears will trot out Matt Mevis. Or Mevis. I really don't know. It's better than how the entire last year's wildcard game between Los Angeles and Minnesota, I was calling Omar Spates Omar Spaghettis because I'd never heard of him before. But now I know. Omar Spates. Just flashback there. High snap, bad hold, bad kick. He still got it. 32 yards. He's lucky that wasn't from 35. It's a horrible snap, a terrible hold, and pretty bad kick. But it is still 10-10. Going to the half, Rams are receiving the second half kickoff, so potential to double dip. Really lucky, yeah. Like, wow, that was really, really bad. Here's Sean McVay. Good quote. Good quote. How's the weather affecting it? We're both playing in it, so we got to keep handling it. Solid. Patriots smothered Texans? Yeah, they did. Well, really, the Texans smothered the Texans. Let's be honest. The Texans would have won if, again, they would have won if their offense had just stayed off the field. Just don't play defense. They would have been fine if it had just been the defense against the Patriots offense. Patriots only really scored, like properly scored, 1 touchdown. Like properly. I feel like the Texans defense would have gotten a turnover at some point, pick 6, whatever. It was like without the offense, Patriots had nothing without their defense. It was just 2 defenses going back and forth, and CJ Stroud was just miserable. Whenever they got the ball, it was rough. Yeah, I mean, it was a really bad game. Patriots didn't want to win any more than the Texans did, but the Texans defense, they still played really well. They hardly allowed anything, but they kept giving the Patriots the ball at like the 30-yard line. They're like, what did you expect to happen? So they punted immediately every time. I would have put in Davis Mills in the second half. I mean, he threw 4 first-half interceptions. It's unacceptable. Yeah, so I would have put in Davis Mills earlier. They didn't even put him in. They should have put him in, really. I mean, you don't keep in a quarterback who throws 4 interceptions in a playoff game, especially not when you're still within 1 score. So I think that was questionable. Well, it is halftime. So I will take a small halftime break, and then we'll be back for the second half from Chicago. I'll be back in like 5 minutes, probably, realistically. Turns out I've been there the whole time. Surprise. I'm just like a secret vampire. I just lay back, and suddenly I just kind of rise up. Hey, look, I got the email. I feel like I don't get it all the time anymore. Like, I didn't get it last week, but now I finally got the email to end all emails. You're live on your channel. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't care what anyone says. I'm kind of looking forward to the Bad Bunny halftime. I've never listened to a single Bad Bunny song in my life, but I speak Spanish, so go learn it. That should be decent. I mean, honestly, let's be real. How many of us can really understand what the halftime performers are saying anyway? Like, remember the Snoop Dogg like halftime show where it was just like, I'm like, because most of what they were saying, they just weren't saying it because most of their songs were all just cusses, so they just didn't say them. It was cool. I mean, the stage effects made up for it. It was a cool halftime show. It was just like I don't understand a word of what you're saying. It's just most of them. Something was lost here. Like the weekends. I don't know why. Like he's not like all of his songs. Like I know his songs, but for some reason the halftime show, like you're on TV. You're not even like performing. It's just like it was during COVID. Like why can't we understand what you're saying? And what's up with the weird marshmallow men? That was a different halftime show. No, that one was the Dementors. All the backup dancers got the Dementors from the Weeknd's halftime show, and then the Marshmallow Men from someone else's. I'm forgetting who it was. We need real music back. We need to get Bruno Mars back on a halftime show. I hear he released a new album. I heard it on like someone's car radio, but I heard he released a new album. Yeah, no, that's what we need. We need to get like Queen. Like, come back. They got Green Day to do pregame. Just get Green Day to do the halftime. Like, why do you have them just do pregame for the whole thing? They got Charlie Puth for the national anthem. Like, you couldn't have gotten him for the halftime show. If you're so mad about Bad Bunny, like I'm fine with it. I don't never listen to one of his songs, but I'm fine with Bad Bunny. I think it was better than their last choice. I'm just like, this girl again? Again? That's just how I felt for like the last 2 or 3. Again? Seriously? Here's Ben Johnson with on the sideline. What do you need to do to continue to bring that pressure and affect Matthew Stafford? Yeah, I think DA's doing a good job mixing up. Pressures, coverage, guys are executing really well, so we need to continue that. So both coaches are preaching execution to their locker rooms and how they need to execute better. Here's Blake Corum for what feels like the first time today. Gain of 8, 2nd and 2. And when he wrestled in the WWE and he learned my respect back, put in a lot of effort, not just training. Cool. I didn't know that. Someone asked me if I watch wrestling, if I watch fighting. I'm like, I watch some WWE, and they laughed. I'm like, yeah, I've had this conversation before. A handoff to Corum, I think, again here. And he had 6 yards. I don't understand why they did this because it's got to be so hard. I mean, I know it's hard for me. from a broadcasting perspective, Corum wears 22, Williams wears 23. Like, and they run very similarly as well. There's very, like, I can't tell which one's which sometimes. They did it intentionally to mess people up. Guarantee you. 1st and 10 for the Rams at their own 39-yard line. Whittington is going to get the jet sweep. And Noah Whittington's going to hit a wall. That is Jaquan Brisker, who's having himself a day. 2nd and 11 now after the big play from Jaquan Brisker. He has been excellent today. There has not been a better defensive player. Sean McVay wanted a timeout, apparently. Didn't like the jet sweep. 2nd and 10 now for the Rams. Saying he didn't lose any yardage. Debatable. Stafford to throw here. He's going to hit Parkinson for a gain of 6. Be 3rd and 4. Rams have faced a lot of 3rd downs so far today. The Bears aren't letting them have this easily. If the Rams are going to try and get this win, they're going to have to do it through getting these tough plays and tough situations. 3 of 7 on 3rd down for the Rams. Average of 7.5. That's not small. That's similar to Houston and Pittsburgh, where Pittsburgh was like, we're 1 of 8, and our average is like 12 yards. 3rd and 4. Stafford. Quick throw, misses Nakua. So the Rams are going to have to punt. Stafford just misses the mark here. So I think there might have been a miscommunication. I know the blitz probably got in his way a bit. Yeah, it just wasn't a good throw from Matthew Stafford. Oh, and it's a bad punt snap. Oh, and he gets it off anyway. Oh, is it a touchback? They're saying he went out of bounds at the 4. Wow. Did he salvage that? Good punt. Wow. Are you sure? Yeah. Wow. What a punt. Not only did he not let it get blocked, he pinned him real deep. Excellent punt there by Logan Evans. It's the small things. Okay. Sometimes commercials, they're just too flashy to ignore. Sometimes. Like, that one was crazy. Took me like a solid minute to figure out what the commercial was about. Which ad was that? It was the anime one. It was an Intuit TurboTax commercial. It was just I think they were trying to get people's attention with like the K-pop Demon Hunters like vibe. That Netflix show. That was the goal, I think. And it worked. They used a lot of pink, and that's what got my attention. It was like pink and highlighter. So I'm like, ...1985 NFC Championship, Rams and Bears. Pretty sure the Bears won. Not totally certain, but... Ooh, snow's coming down. 18 degrees in Chicago. But the snow just hasn't stopped. It wasn't even supposed to snow. Like, I checked it earlier this morning and it said it wasn't going to snow, and then suddenly it's been snowing the entire game. Telling you, my pet rock is better than weather channels. If it's wet, it's raining. If it's white, it's snowing. Second down for the Bears. 2nd and 7 after that 3-yard Monungai run. Or sorry, Swift run. 2nd and 7. Adunze in motion. Williams to throw. Quick throw of dangerous, and he gets it to DJ Moore for 6 yards. It's going to be a yard shy. That was dangerous. That was like a foot window he had there between 2 Rams defenders. And one-handed catch as well. That was just anxiety in a bottle. But he threads the needle to get it into DJ Moore, and then a great catch as well. 3rd and 1. After the great catch, Williams is going to QB sneak it. The second push got him there. I think the second push is going to get him the first down, and it will, because he didn't have it initially. So it'll be a 1st and 10 now for the Bears. Because he gets stopped. He's not there. He's kind of close here, but I wasn't quite certain based on where the orange marker was, and then he gets it on the second one. Because if you look, he's just a little short here, just a little short, and then it's on that last push that he gets the first down. 1st and 10. Bears switching up the play. 2 tight ends. It's a run. Oh, it wasn't a run. They fooled me. Caleb Williams throws deep, and they fooled the Rams. They're saying he dropped it because of a huge hit. But DJ Moore went up for that one. They had the Rams sold out on the run there. It looked like Moore came down with it, but got body checked at the end of this one. Let's check. And he does not survive the ground. That is an incomplete pass. Good defense by the Rams. So we're going to hear ad songs on the radio. Some of them so much that is confusing. Yeah. You're like, this song doesn't have a title. I'm really jamming, though. Why does it say AT&T? Shovel to Swift. DeAndre Swift with a great cut. DeAndre Swift is going to get a solid 8 yards. It'll be 3rd and short. Here's the Walmart 4K Skycam. Let's take a look at McFadden. He's done a great job on the interior left side. So you see him crushing down on Braden Fisk, Kobe Turner. He's just locking down on Turner there. Then on the edge on Verse, closes the gap, gets it in. I mean, he's just covering Turner very well. That's been his primary job. Keep the defensive line at bay. And he's done a very good job for this Bears front so far. 3rd and 2. I mean, the Rams haven't gotten home once yet. Truly gotten home. They've put some good pressure on him, but they haven't gotten a real sack. And DeAndre Swift runs to the left side and gets the first down. 1st and 10 for Chicago. The Bears just keep on moving. The left side here. Just look at the push. Just hold him there for a little second long. Give Swift some time. There's just a foot race between Swift and Verse. They have done a really good job containing the Rams D-line, which is one of the best in the NFL. Hand off DeAndre Swift. Swift still moving. Gonna get 4 yards. That was an update on Emmanuel Forbes. saying he can play, but they're just being safe with it at the moment. 2nd and 6. Caleb Williams under center, fakes the shovel, pressure coming his way. Williams throws on the run. Oh, he almost had him, incomplete. That was a good effort from Colston Loveland. 3rd and 6 now for Chicago. I mean, I talked a lot about the Rams tight ends at the start of this game, but the Bears tight ends have also been phenomenal this year. We thought Cole Kmet was good, and then they drafted Colston Loveland, and Colston Loveland is also good, and together they make one great tight end unit. I wouldn't give them either the title of great, but together they're pretty great. Caleb Williams throws to the right side off the hands of Odunze. It's another drop, though he put a little too much spin on it. You see the snow's moving almost sideways now in this wind in Chicago. They don't call it the Windy City for nothing. The wind is blowing towards Chicago right now. Keep that in mind for this punt. And this punt will get it off. And it's a decent punt considering, and it'll be fair cut at the 23, where Matthew Stafford will start the drive. Hey, paying some respect to some Bears legends, and that guy's just wearing a bear. In the chilly division, hey, they stole my logo. I made that. But cheaper. That was crazy. They put the divisional round with ice. No, that's mine. I knew I should have put like a copyright on it. Shame. Mine was cheaper, and I got it from png.logos. I make my own thumbnails. I feel like I should get some level of respect for that. I don't know why it's so hard to find a good Rams logo. It's because I guess they had a relatively new rebrand. So the old Rams logo is mostly what you can find of the PNGs in the new one. The LA is nowhere to be found, where it's truly like a proper PNG. So you have to use the other one. They have you approximately 2.5. Approximately. I tend to go north of that by 0.2. I mean, that's how I afford such luxurious jerseys. Except I will say, the Eagles one might as well have stolen it. Might as well. It was a deal. I got a good deal on that. And it's authentic. It's 100%. It's on-field apparel. Like, it's valid. It's cheap. I got it for I feel like I've said this multiple times. Extraordinarily cheap. Like, wow. Like the Dolphins Rivals one was more expensive because I got that from the Dolphins team store. But the Eagles one, you'll never guess how much we paid. I'll tell you. It was only like it was a little north of 30. 100% authentic Eagles sports shirt. Don't mock the Eagles. Jesse might hear you. He's very important. Let's see. What's it say? Yeah, it's engineered to the exact specifications of the National Football League on the side. So hey, and it was a little $30. That was it for a Kelly Green Eagles jersey. I just made a lot of Eagles fans like, what? Where did you get that? Yeah, because they probably paid way more. Oh, Stafford loses the football, and he gets back on top of it as he got barreled over and lost the football. It was Robinson. When Stafford's in a bit of pain, there was just a free rusher. McClellan misses him. Stafford has to get back on the ball. They never stood a chance. Fourth sack for the Bears defense. Handoff, Kyron Williams, another good run. Brings up 3rd and 7. Let's see what the burn. Crazy. Hey, Eagles fans like me, okay? You can't be saying that on my channel. I might get invited to a podcast. I'm really surprised that no one invited me to anything for the national championship. I mean, I guess they just don't care because the only people that care about it are from Miami. Because like all the people that I know, they were just like, whatever. I'm like, I gotta do my own little thing because everyone else is like, psh. Little screen pass to Mumpfield. He's not gonna get the first down. And locked down there was Kyler Gordon. And this Bears defense is putting them in their place. The Bears, that was a beautifully designed like defensive play there. As you see all the guys drop back, and then they have Gordon on Mumfield. Gordon just closes the gap quickly. So another punt from Ethan Evans. And it's another good punt. He muffs it at the 8, but he's got it again. Duvernay will be taken down at the 17, where Caleb Williams now has the ball. And for the second straight week, we're playing ping pong in the playoffs. It's your move. It's your move. It's an official term. Yeah. Looks good. I don't even like Applebee's, and that looks good. Not sponsored by Applebee's. Yeah, so for the national championship, because I'm like, are you kidding? Like, I'm a Cuban American from my house. I know a lot about Miami, South Florida sports, and not a single person asked me anything. I'm more Miami than like 90% of every other broadcaster, especially those from Miami. But turns out, people that don't live in Miami or Indiana don't really care. It's like, really? Nothing? Didn't get a single. No one asked me who I thought the score was going to be. I got nothing. I did get one. Hey, when my team's playing the Marlins in the baseball series, you want to come and do something? Like, you realize the national championship's in 4 days. They don't appreciate South Florida sports. It's a hub, I guarantee it. Like, you don't want to know about Christopher Columbus High School? They're like, no. No respect. I know. I mean, we have the Panthers, kind of. We had the Panthers. Yeah, they've kind of fallen off the cliff this season. But even without them, it's like we got the Heat. They're okay. They're average. We got the Dolphins. They're average. We got the Panthers. They're average. We got the Marlins. I'm noticing a pattern. They're somewhere between bad and average, and then the Panthers is like, we've won two Stanley Cup Finals in 2 years. We're back to back, and now we're meh again. It finally went back to the way it should be, which is the Canadians are good at hockey, which I'm fine with. Like, I'm not saying this in derogatory in any way. The Floridians, we should not be winning at hockey. That shouldn't just factually. We shouldn't be. But we got Sergey. I mean, you look at our team and you're like, no way any of these guys are Floridian. There's maybe 2. So you're like Matthew Kachuk, spelled with a T at the beginning. Sergei Bobrovsky. He's definitely from like Pontevedra. Yeah, just all those guys. Just red. Like they have Sergei Bobrovsky's my favorite, honestly. Screen pass over here to DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to get the first down. On 2nd and 6, he's going to get about 8 or 9. 1st and 10 for the Bears. It's like Sergei Bobrovsky. This guy grew up in Biscayne Bay. If I've ever heard someone who's grew up at Boca Raton, just keep naming places in Florida. Like Sergei Bobrovsky, that's a Tallahassee boy if I've ever heard one. 1st and 10. Caleb Williams, play action. Rolls right, pressure coming from Kobe Turner. Has to make a move. Sidearms it. Slings it incomplete, almost intercepted. 2nd and 10 now for Chicago. Yeah, there's only like one place in Florida where you would believe it. It would be like, yes, Sergei Bobrovsky. I grew up in Mar-a-Lago. And they'll be like, yeah, okay. just ask anyone from that area. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. It's the only place in all of Florida. And I mean real Florida. I'm not counting North Florida. Oh, hard count gets the offense. It'll be a false start on Chicago. One of the first we've seen. Sean Hockley has not had a busy game. He's on Roma Dunze. I love Sergei Bobrovsky, though. Bob? He's incredible. He's such a good goalie. I don't care where we got him. 2nd and 15. Well, the Panthers, they've gotten killed by injuries. That's why they're not good. They're still a good team. They're just brutally amount of injuries. Caleb Williams throws a beauty. It's intercepted. For the 2nd time, it's Durant again. Kobe Durant. He's had 2 interceptions. And at last, there's a turnover. Wow. The spiral on that football was gorgeous, but that just made it easier for Kobe Durant to come out with the catch. 7-7 in the divisional round, but the Rams defense comes up big. That's huge. That might be the shift they need. Oh, yeah. That extra smells really good. I feel like I lose brain cells watching some of these commercials. I just don't get it. I know about hockey is that it makes me want to play on PlayStation. Yeah, I mean, hockey fans, they're fun. They're funny because they're like everyone that's not from Florida is utterly insulted by the fact that the last four Stanley Cup finals have had a team from Florida in them. People are like, what? Meanwhile, you like just like, how many teams have had teams from Canada? Like 2, but they haven't won. Got Edmonton. Yeah, we enjoy reminding them about that. No, South Florida sports, it's underestimated. Like, it's fun. We're good, mostly. We're passionate. That's the only reason there's such a thing, okay? Like, people are like, Florida sports. Oh, Florida sports, they don't care about their team. Like, if we didn't care about our team, we wouldn't have any fans, first of all. there wouldn't be any Dolphins fans. Same for the Jets. It's like, you can't say we don't like our team. We don't, but we're still here. We're still very passionate. Like, I guarantee you, when the Dolphins start winning, if the Dolphins ever make a Super Bowl, I guarantee you, all the Dolphins fans from all around the world, there's a lot of us. There is a lot of Dolphins fans. There's more than meets the eye. Like the Transformers. There's a lot of Dolphins fans all over the place, especially in Miami, but they don't come out for losing. This is Stafford, oh, dangerous and incomplete. Pressure coming from him again. 2nd and 10 now. Dolphins fans, they don't come out for losing. This is just a rule. South Florida fans, we don't go to games to watch our teams lose. Like, we're loyal, but we don't want to suffer. Like, we'll watch it at home. We'll watch our team lose at home, but we're not going to a game. That's why Dolphin Stadium is like, why is it so empty? Why is it always so empty? Why is it always so empty? Because we don't watch losses. When our team starts winning, we go to the games. Stafford, play action. Throws over the middle, overthrows everyone. Almost intercepted. A little bit honest. Yeah. We don't mess with losers. That's not how we were raised. I mean, most of the Dolphins fans, we were raised on Dan Marino. Most of us, not me, but I'm just a rare breed. But like all the older generation, they were raised on Dan Marino, and they showed their kids, like including me, they showed their kids Dan Marino clips. They're like, this is what you need to expect from Dolphins teams. And then that's never met, so we never go watch their games. It's the same for every team. If their expectation isn't met, no one shows up. That's just the rule. Do you want to fill the stands? Fill the stands. Stafford throws on 3rd and 10. Incomplete for Puka. Puka has not had a good game, and Stafford 0 for 3 there. Honestly, the Rams have to run the ball. It's not working. They just cannot. They're not throwing the ball effectively. They have to give the ball to Kyron Williams. He's had a good day. He hasn't had much struggle running the football. They're just not doing it. He only has 7 carries. And here's Ethan Evans for what feels like the 1,000th time. And this punt hits the end zone out to the 20. Matthew Stafford not having a characteristic type of day. Neither is Nakua. So the Bears and Caleb Williams are back on. It's 10-10. Still a better game than 49ers Seahawks. I don't regret my choice. 49ers Seahawks. It was over in the first 2 minutes. Ethan Evans MVP. Deserves some recognition. Punter of the Year award. I'm surprised there's not one. Over on the opening kickoff. Yep. Is this a Visit Las Vegas commercial? This is crazy. They're going to the they're getting the Super Bowl commercials on early. This is a Visit Las Vegas commercial. Why? Oh wait, paid for by the Las Vegas Convention and Visitors and Tour. Visit Las Vegas. Okay. They're really getting these going early. How much money do they put into these ads? I wonder. I don't know. Governor of Las Vegas over there, like, how much could we afford to promote our city? I think it's because the national championship's tomorrow, so they're kind of flooding all the commercials already. Vegas really wants to be an event thing, yeah. They're going down. They're going down. They're not as popular as they used to be because of all of everything. Is that? Okay. Kelsey Grammer just can't stay out of stuff. See over here, Sean McVay. He's giving his offense a pep talk. Rightfully so. They're running out of daylight to win this game, and they need their offense to play better than this. So giving his team a much-needed rousing speech. Screen to the outside to Burden. Breaks one tackle and tripped up on the second. Luther Burden, he's just not been what was expected when they drafted him. He hasn't been the number one guy for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams looks like he might have re-injured his hand. He was shaking it around during the break. He's had 7 regular season interceptions and 4 this postseason. So his interception turnover ratio is worse than Dak Prescott's now. 2nd and 10. Williams shovels one to Monungai. Monungai, good run. Going to get 7 or 8. You've been there once for a board gaming tournament. Those exist? That's kind of cool. I would go to that. I would do a commentary at a board gaming tournament. Just be like, and the card he pulls, he's going to Candyland. I'm sorry. No, I'm just thinking of it. No, it was a funny image. Sorry. Caleb Williams rolls right, under pressure, throws. He's got Monungai. First down, Chicago. The Bears keep it alive. Yeah, it was the first ever. Monungai, he just slips out, pretends to block. Nice move on the linebacker. Good job getting open for your quarterback. Everyone else was too far away. He would have had to throw that one away. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool. I made it through the first round. I don't know. Winner, what? That's crazy. That's a lot. That's pretty crazy. Is there any skill to it? Hand off to Monungai. Gets 4 or 5. Is there are the games skill based or is it actually luck based? In which case, that's crazy. 2nd down for the Bears. It's going to be 2nd and 6. Yeah. Okay. 1:10 to go here in the third quarter. Bears at their own 41. Play action. Rolls to his left. Caleb Williams trying to take off. He's going to come close to the first down. I'm going to say he's right at the marker. And they're going to give him the first down. Oh, they just put him back. They're saying he's no longer at the first down. Let's see. Pylon cam. He is out a yard short. Good call pushing him back. 3rd and 1. Third and 1, be expecting Monungai. And they do. And the Rams were. And he goes all the way back. Jared Verse says, let me weave you one. 4th and, I want to say 4 after a huge loss there. They blew that one up from the start. 4th and 2. He lost more yards than that. You can't tell if the defenses are good or offenses are bad. It's a bit of both. End of the third quarter here in Chicago. We're still tied at 10-10. Last quarter underway to see who takes on Seattle. And for the record, neither of these teams are beating Seattle. Not if they play like this. Oh my goodness. This is not the way to win a football game. Honestly, you look at the teams that are left, and after the performances we've seen yesterday and today, the Seahawks are going to win the Super Bowl. It's not going to happen. No one's played the Broncos without Bo Nix. They lose a component. I don't think they have the upper hand. You look New England. They didn't look. Nothing I saw impressed me. It was more the Texans being bad than the Patriots being good. Which is why I'm like, I don't know that the Patriots had the advantage against Seattle. The Bears and the Rams both just look off today. We know the Rams can put up a good show against Seattle. We've seen it earlier, a couple weeks ago, like early December. Waiting to see who Seattle trained for the Super Bowl. Yeah, pretty much. I just don't know that any of these teams have what it takes to beat Seattle at any point. I know before I started broadcasting, this used to bother me quite a bit, like live at least. The NBC, like if they can't show a commercial where I'm at, they put on this NBC thing and it's just like a humming. Like, I don't know if you could hear it. I'll turn it up a little. And that's it. And it used to just bother me endlessly. It used to be worse, actually, because I think it used to do this. Bum, bum, ba, 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 like over and over again. And you can kind of hear it, but they've made it subtler. It's right there. It's the... There it is. Yeah. It's just the subtle... But it was so annoying back in my day. Back when I would just be watching the games, and I would have to put on like a YouTube video for a commercial. Just be like, let's watch a short. Like, it's not worth it. And then now it doesn't bother me as much because I have you. But I used to get on my nerves. Another punt. And it's a good one, and it'll be fair caught at the 9-yard line. Puka Nacua today, he's been shut down pretty effectively. He hasn't had many good plays. He's had a few. Saw one there, and then another good one here. He just stops right in the zone. And here he gets a nice block on Nashawn Wright. But he's just not quite had the game that I wanted him to have, at least. He's been good, but he hasn't been incredible. Look at this. For their first drive, they had 85 yards, 6 first downs, 7 points. Since then, 89 yards and 6 first downs, which is just a dramatic drop-off, similarly to what we saw against Carolina last year, but they picked it up in the fourth quarter against the Panthers. Kyron Williams continues to run hard, gets 7 yards. Just run the ball. They're running the ball very well. I don't understand why McVay insists on passing the ball right now. Second and 3, Whittington in motion. Hand off Williams. Gets 4 yards and a first down. It's a winning formula. 6 and 4. It's been confusing me pretty much since the beginning why they haven't run the ball much more, because they're playing well. They're running the ball very effectively. It just doesn't make much sense why they're not actively trying to run it down their throats, especially when you're averaging 5 yards a carry. Nacua in motion. And it's another handoff, and the Bears cover this one well. I might throw here on second down. Right up this. No. Never. I don't get out much. No, I have no idea. Sorry. I don't do games very often. Any kind. Oh, a good throw from Stafford to Parkinson. Parkinson down the sideline, inside Bears territory to the 45. A good play there from Stafford to Parkinson. There was a blitz here on both sides, and Stafford reads it well, and a good little pick thrown by Puka Nacua. If nothing else, he's a good blocker. Well done there from Parkinson, Nacua, and Stafford to get the yards. Try and get this offense rolling. Good start to this drive. Hand off again to Kyron Williams. Williams runs hard, takes a shot, gets 4. Guess what? 4 plus 4 plus 4. It's 12. They're getting enough yards running the ball. Maybe an occasional pass, but just keep doing what they're doing. This is perfect drive so far for the Rams. Exactly how I would have called it. Nah, I've never heard of those board games. I'm sorry. I don't. I'm all work, no play, sadly. 12 minutes. Play action. Stafford rolls to his left. Under pressure. Stafford throws. It's almost intercepted. Oh, my goodness. And Rams fans had a collective clench there as Stafford almost threw an interception that could have gone the other way. Oh, just gave Rams fans heart palpitations on that one. Gave non-Rams fans ones too. Jeez. 3rd and 6. Go in motion. Play clock's at 3. They get it off. Stafford throws quick. He's got Nacua over the middle. A quick little slant, and it's a good one. It's going to get him close to 15. Close to. I think the Rams have what it takes to face Seattle. So to have that be a good game. Please win this one. Yeah. I think the Rams have the best chance at beating Seattle because they've proven they can. And it's a rival, so anything can happen. Which is why I give the Rams more credit. But they got to win this one. They just don't look great. If they play like they did in this one against Seattle, they're not winning. And he floats one up way over the head of Terrence Ferguson. Didn't even know the ball was coming to him from the looks of it. Yeah, but if they play like they have so far today against Seattle next week in Seattle, the game's going to be over in 2 minutes, just like it was against San Francisco. And then Seattle can proudly say, we beat 2 divisional opponents on our way to the Super Bowl. And the AFC is just, it looked good for a while, and they kind of crashed and burned this week in every way possible. Mostly Bo Nix going down with that ankle injury. 2nd and 10. Oh, they got him on the offside. No way they don't call that. And it's a good throw from Stafford to Devontae Adams. First time we catch him today. Oh, balls with the Bears. It's intercepted. There's no call. There was an what? Bills fans want to be involved in this decision. Yeah, but he has the ball. That's the thing with the Bills. It could have gone either way. I don't think he concretely had the ball ever. And since it happened so fast, there was no way to know. Here he has the ball. He's holding it, and it gets pulled out. So Adams is being taken off probably for a concussion evaluation. It was close. I think it had more seconds on it. It was a little longer, and I believe he just had more possession. Because with this one, it was clear that the ball was obviously being pulled out. So that's what made it a completion, is that he was trying to pull out the ball, where on the other one, he just kind of had it. He came out with the ball. So on that one, it was obvious that it was forcing the fumble. But it was very close to the same play. Kyron Williams tripped up. He almost had a touchdown. He only gets 4. 2nd and 6. They're the same Bills going. Yeah, no doubt. Bills beat everyone on the other side of the bracket pretty easily. Bills Seahawks Super Bowl would have been competitive. That would have been interesting. But it was very similar to the Bills Broncos play. The only difference was time of the possession of the football, and then how the ball was achieved. One, it was more of a fumble, and one was more of an actual, like, he took it. Kyren Williams gets another solid run. This is what they have to keep on doing. Sean McVay is calling this drive to perfection. And by the way, the missed offside would have probably caused enough ire from Rams fans anyway. Play action. Stafford throws, looks to the end zone. It's incomplete. Good defense by Chicago. It's 4th and 1. Oh, I didn't like that play call. They're going to go for this. Okay. I don't know. Are they? Nope. Did they not get it? Let's see. Oh, jet sweep. Puka. He got the first down. Barely. It was Puka v. Byard, which is tough. And they got it. Puka was slow to get out. He got nailed by Kevin Byard. But they get the first down. I thought we were going to be 10-10 again. Good call. Good call. I would have probably also gone for it. I wouldn't have called the play they called on 3rd down. Hand the ball off. Thank you. Kyren Williams. Williams walks in. Touchdown, Rams. And the game finally has a score. It's been 2.5 quarters, but the Rams are back on top. And the Rams finally run the ball. This is what I've been saying to do for the last quarter. Can I just point that out? Where I'm like, how has Kyren Williams not had the ball more? And just prove me right. Put me in, coach. Put me in. Let me call plays. Extra point from Matt Nevis is good. 17-10. Bears down in the 4th. Uh-oh. They might. This might go crazy. Final 8 minutes. And Stafford and the Rams. Credit to McVay. That was a perfectly play called drive. It's exactly how I would have done it. Pretty much play for play. How I would have done it. Run, pass. Run, pass. When you're averaging 4.5 yards a run, they've been doing that the entire game. They've had 2 bad runs pretty much throughout the entire football game. And McVay was like, let's just keep trying to throw the ball with our quarterback who's not had the best game. We're not getting open. It didn't make any sense throughout the first 3 quarters, but I'm glad McVay finally got on the same page. He decided to hand the ball off to what could be considered a top 10 running back in Kyren Williams. Bold of me, I do say, but name 10 better. I feel like we've had this conversation, actually. I feel like we did this like last time the Rams played. Just like name a better running back. Like you can name 10. Like I guarantee you can name 10. And then everything else is kind of like a coin flip between him and everyone else. Like he's a good running back. Just hand the ball off. And that was a good call. Good well play called by Sean McVay. Yeah, he's averaging. I was exactly right. The average for Kyren Williams today is 4.5 yards per run. It didn't make any sense. Or he wasn't running the ball. It's exactly 4.5. Just run the ball 3 times. That's how you win football games. A run. This is something that not a lot of people realize. Anything above 3 yards per 3 yards per rush, you run the ball consistently. Above 20 carries, 3 yards per rush, you win the game. If you're running the ball at a high rate, just keep running the ball until it drops below 3. Because then once it's below 3, then you can no longer get a first down. But if you're just getting 4 yards a run, grind it out. Let's win this game the good old-fashioned way. And in a game like this where it's snowing, and it's how it worked. This is a winning formula if they run the ball down their throat. Duvernay, good return, past the 35 to the 36. First down for Chicago. This postseason, 14 lead changes in the fourth quarter. 5 teams have won after trailing in the final 3 minutes, which are both the most in postseason NFL history. Could we be seeing another thriller today? Thriller? I don't know. Good finish? Probably. I don't know that I would go as far as thrilling considering how this game has gone thus far, but we'll see. 8:43 till game over. One of these teams is going to the NFC Championship game to take on Seattle next week. We'll be there as well. Play action. Caleb Williams is getting antsy. He rolls to his left too early, tries to throw it to a lineman who gets bowled over. That was something. I feel bad for Benedict. Not every day an offensive lineman gets tackled at full force. Yes, he could have. He could have easily been picked off that time. Good point, Troy. Chris Collinsworth. The wild card weekend was great with a couple of bad. Divisional round has been bad with one great game. Yep, maybe we're finishing here. Correct. Williams under pressure. He's going to have to step up. Landman's the spy. He gets away from him. Caleb Williams on the run. Williams inside Rams territory. What a scramble. And Caleb Williams sends chills down their spine with that one. What a run. Look at this. The spy. He has a spy on him. We haven't seen that hardly at all this game. He just happened to have the spy on him on that play, and he got away from him. Landman was there to keep him from getting out. Landman goes low, and Caleb Williams playing 2 positions out there. 3 rushes, 33 yards for Williams, most of them on that play. Shovel to DeAndre Swift, bobbles it, and then reels it in, gets 5 yards. Yeah, the really bad game of wildcard weekend was the night game of the first day. I don't even think Texans Steelers was bad. The score was inflated, okay? I made the right choice, I promise. The score was inflated. 2nd and 6. Swift not going to get to the first down. Gets 3 yards before he slammed down. 3rd and 3. What game was it? That was just okay. It was Patriots-Chargers. It was Patriots-Chargers was the worst game. I stand by that. Patriots-Chargers was the worst game of wildcard weekend. Texans-Steelers was inflated. And then in the divisional round, it's yeah. 3rd and 1 now for Chicago. Handoff Monungai. Monungai's going to get close. This might come down to a spot. He got the yellow marker, but it's not an exact measurement. They're saying first down. That's a first down, yeah, based on the mark. And the divisional round, worst game so far, 49ers Seahawks. Yeah, no, it's the worst game of divisional weekend. No matter how bad the Texans and Patriots game was bad, but it was closer. It wasn't 41-6. No one stopped watching after the first quarter. Williams got happy feet, rolls left, under pressure, throws, incomplete. Tried to get Loveland in deep coverage from Omar Spates, or as we lovingly refer to him as, Omar Spigatees. Good times, huh? 2nd and 10, 5:48 to go before one of these teams is heading to Seattle. Will the Rams get another shot at the crown, or will the Bears pull off the unthinkable and lead Caleb Williams to a Super Bowl? 2nd and 10. Watch Spates, and he drops out. Deep throw over the head of everyone. Although at least the Hawks let us change the channel and escape that game. True. It might have been better. I don't know. I didn't watch any of it. I came out, I took a shower, I came back out, and I was just, I was brushing my teeth, came out here, and I'm like, 17-3, really? I'm like, really? It's this bad? And then it didn't get any bad. I was kind of like expecting it to be closer, and then I woke up in the morning, and it wasn't. Caleb Williams throws deep again. Big hit on Odunze, but he's gonna get it. They called it a catch. Rome Odunze, there is a flag. Here's Sean Hockley. And they've roughed Caleb Williams. And it's an automatic first down, half the distance to the goal. So Jared Verse, let's see it. Odunze makes a great grab. Yeah. What a catch. Well done by Romo Odunze. And he was late. That is a correct call. 8 plays, 58 yards for the Bears. And suddenly the offenses have woken up from their hibernation. 1st and goal. Circled Omar Spates potentially coming in on the blitz. And he does. It's a shovel to DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift is going to get 2 yards. 2nd and goal from the 3 or 4. Yeah, it was crazy. I woke up the next morning this morning. Man, it's been a long day. After the Seahawks 49ers game. And I didn't even know the score for like the first hour of the day because the first thing I saw was, the Falcons hired Kevin Stefanski. That was all I saw. And then it kind of went, and then like an hour later I checked ESPN. I was like, oh wait, did the Seahawks win? It was like 41-6. My goodness. Smythe in motion. Handoff. Swift again. DeAndre Swift is going to go short again. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. I'll probably do a video once all the head coaches are hired about the grades. Maybe shorts. I don't know. I'm not there yet. So that'll be fun. I'll grade the coaching hires. I nailed them last year. Williams is going to hand it off to Swift again. Jared Verse made a play. He goes, oh my goodness. He tried to hurdle Verse and then got buried. Wow, Jared Verse came over here and then Swift tries to hurdle and then he just gets drilled by Quentin Lake. Oh my goodness. Ever been hit in midair and slammed to the ground by the full body weight of a cornerback? Now you have. 4th and goal, and the Bears are going for it with 3:15 to go. Can the Rams hold? Swift in motion. The Bears are throwing. Williams throws quick, incomplete. The Rams hold strong. With 3:03 to play, the Los Angeles Rams and Nate Landman Landman of the Rams defense with the swat, and Omar Spates as well. Wow. And the Rams defense with a massive stop there. And the Bears, time's a ticking. They need another miracle. Good. Yeah, so last year I did grading like by myself, and I told them to some people, and I think I did it on a live stream as well. I just like rattled off the grades, but I didn't go into very much depth. But I have them in a note with all the stuff that I've done, and it's pretty. I did really well. I was stunned because I had Mike Vrabel at an A+. That worked so well. That looks so good on me right now. I'm like A+ there. I gave Liam Cohen of the Jaguars an A-, which is pretty spot on. And my favorite one was the B+ I gave to Ben Johnson, because I gave him a B+ and everyone was giving him an A. They're like, why'd you give him a B+? I'm like, I gave him a B+ because he's gonna be great, but he might not be great like in the first game. Like, I give only A+ to coaches who are like, let's go, let's get into it. And guess what? Bears fans hated Ben Johnson for the first 3 or 4 weeks. They're like, man, this offense sucks. He hasn't done anything to revolutionize this team. And then, fast forward to January, here they are playing for a spot in the NFC Championship game. They just had to give him time. I've been saying it from the beginning. I've been preaching it about him. Just give him some time to work out the kinks of the offense. He's still getting used to it. And now he's finally got it under control. So that one was spot on for me there. So those are the big three. Pete Carroll, I gave like a C-. So I was pretty accurate on that one as well. I was pretty on point. Brian Schottenheimer, I also gave somewhere around a C. I think I gave him a C. I just don't like Brian Schottenheimer. I still don't. So I got those both right as well. It was just like, wow, they were both pretty bad. So I, 2 for 2 on the bad ones. Who else got hired? Oh, Kellen Moore. I gave him a B-, which I'm pretty happy with. Like, I feel like it was a B- season. It wasn't that bad. That was the one I was worried about, and it ended up being decent. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't do as badly as I thought I was. Like, B- is. I think that's a solid grade for how he ended up this season. So I hit the nail on the head there. Trying to think, did I miss anybody? Oh, Aaron Glenn. I gave Aaron Glenn, what did I give him? Good check. C+. I gave him a C+. Because I liked the hire, but I said it's the Jets. And I was right. I gave him a C+. I did a really good job with those. Like, I don't talk good about myself enough, but that was one thing that I was like, wow, I did really well with coaching grades. I should do that again this year. Let me know if I'm forgetting someone, because I'm trying not to look at the note. Handoff, Kyron Williams. Williams bounces to the outside. Kyron Williams lowers his shoulder, gets 12 yards. And Kyron Williams starting to roll with the Rams offense. I don't think I'm missing anyone. No, that's all of them. Yeah, no, I did good. I was happy with that. And there's a video out there proving it. It's in one of the live streams from last year. One of the last, I think it was in the March Madness one. Here will be great. Yep, just straight predictions. Handoff Williams. Kyron Williams is wrapped up in the backfield this time. Oh, got the best of him once, and not the second time. Kevin Byard, he got the shoulder lowered at him on the first play, and he got his revenge by making the tackle in the backfield there. Bears have 2 timeouts left and the 2-minute warning, but there's only 2:30 left. And Kevin Byard came way down. Stafford under center. Nakua in motion. 2:13. It's another handoff to Kyron Williams. Williams is going to get the 2 yards he lost back, so it'll be 3rd and 10. And the Bears call their second timeout. Okay. So Ben Johnson, first-year head coach, trying to prove his time management skills. Yeah, I was nervous about when I first made those grades. I was nervous about Liam Cohen. I'm like, I just got a good feeling about him. And little did I know. Yeah, pretty happy with those. I gave him the highest grade of probably anybody I know. Give him an A-, which was high, to say the least, of people's expectations of him. Third and 10. Stafford hands it off to Kyron Williams, and Williams is going to get 3 yards. So it'll be 4th and 7, and the 2-minute warning. So the Rams are giving the Bears one last chance in the divisional round. Will we see Iceman ice the game, or will the Rams storm into Chi-Town and pull away with a victory and head to Seattle? 2 minutes coming up next. That is a bold one. Yeah, I surprised myself. Trust me. Predictions are not normally my strong suit. Like, I've actually had a good year, though, looking back, because I also went, Mariners are making the ALCS, but I always do that. It's a little joke that I have with some people at this camp that I go to, where they're like, make a bold prediction, and I always say, the Seattle Mariners are making the ALCS, and it never happens. But this year it happened. I was like, what? Nah, I love that. No, yeah. It's classic. Yeah. It's just a constant. Like, every time that I'm out of camp, you can expect me. Like, they're like, give us a hot take. The Seattle Mariners are going to the World Series. Then they actually did. I was watching them the whole time. I'm like, I'm rooting for the Mariners. Let's go, ALCS. Nah, I was lucky. Good times. Trying to think of any other predictions I had. I didn't really do any for college football. I could have never predicted. I mean, I guess it was a bit of a prediction in and of itself that I did the Hurricanes Fighting Irish game in week 1, back on that first week of the season. And that game ended up deciding the entire college football playoff. And it's still in play now because the Hurricanes are playing in the national championship game. And if they hadn't beaten Notre Dame in that first matchup, they wouldn't be there. Yeah. So that was really just like a four-dimensional it was a 4-dimensional prediction. Is the game back? Just because I'm a little confused about what's happening. Kids, no matter what, they can always go to camp. They know that their daddy. Okay, game's back. Whew. I was wondering because they weren't showing commercials. Cool. All right. So the Rams are punting. They're going max protection punt. They don't want this getting blocked. And the Bears are sending house. And it is well protected, so Ethan Evans gets it off. And it is not a good kick. Oh. That was a terrible kick from Ethan Evans. The Bears are starting with they have to go. Oh, that was unfortunate. That one about as bad. That was a terrible punt. That was second worst to block. Really. Got it at midfield. So the Bears are going to have to go 50 yards. They have 7 wins when trailing in the final 2 minutes of the fourth quarter, which is the most in a season in NFL history. And Caleb Williams has got another persona. Iceman. Can he show up here and win the game for the Bears, or at least send it to overtime. Forget that MVP happens. He just lost it. It's like punters need to have a perfect game to win MVP. DJ Moore in motion. Play clock at 2. Get it off. Williams to throw. Over the middle. Almost had Burden, and then it was almost intercepted by the guy who's had his number all night, Kobe Durant. This guy, he's lurking. He has been watching Caleb Williams all night. He almost had his third interception. It was just dropped, and then it was dropped again. Could have been a better throw, though. 2nd and 10. Williams to throw. Under pressure. Lasers one in. He's got Loveland to the 33. A great throw. The Bears only have one timeout left. Loveland's beat. He's injured. He's limping off the field. And a great throw. 56 yards for Loveland, who's injured now. Off the field. K-Met's in. Williams hands it off to DeAndre Swift. Rams weren't ready for it. DeAndre Swift inside the 20 for a gain of 13. The Bears are still going hurry up. 1st and 10. They got to slow down a little. If they give the Rams too much time, we might see some action on the other end. .57 seconds to go. Bears slowed their pace. At the 20. Caleb Williams throws quickly. It's a laser to Luther Burden. He's got 7. They're at the 13-yard line. Play clocks. They got 45 seconds to go now. Ben Johnson's trying to rush his team. He's not using his timeout. 2nd and 4. 35 seconds. No more substitutions for the Bears. Williams hits the he misses Burden. It's 3rd and 4 now, but it stops the clock at 31 seconds. You know what time it is. It's time to stand because it's about to get good. Oh, my back. All right. Caleb Williams is 18 of 35 for 211, a touchdown and 2 interceptions. 17-10, the Rams have the lead. 31 seconds, 3rd and 4 from the 14. Can the Bears come back? 5 play clock. Williams to throw. Williams. Overthrows DJ Moore. Didn't really stand a chance. 4th and 4. And they don't have any more time. This is for the Bears season. If the Rams get the stop, they're going to Seattle to play the Seahawks in the NFC Championship game. If the Bears get this first down, they're still in it. Play for 4. They should not have taken a shot at the end zone there. They needed to play for 4. The Rams are going to call a timeout, just as if the nerves aren't getting any worse for the Bears. It's been such a bad game, but could be a crazy finish. Is Iceman here to play? Or are the Rams here to trample their dreams, their upstart dreams? We're going to get a Rams Seahawks Part 2. This goes crazy. That'll be a fun one. Rams Seahawks Part 2. If we get it, because that's the game we're doing. It'll be Part 2 for us, Part 3 for them. 4th and 4. Tries to get him to jump. Command in motion. Caleb Williams under a lot of pressure. He's 40 yards back. He lobs a dream. He got it! Touchdown! Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Unbelievable! Cole Kmet! What? Unbelievable! It's a miracle! to tie the game. Santos got it. Wow. What just happened? Caleb Williams just threw a 50-yard pass for 14. The Rams, they probably had the best pass rush of the night. Williams is going the wrong direction. He just heaves up a prayer. And wow. God is good. That is crazy. That was just a prayer. He just launched one and hoped. And Cole Kmet, oh my goodness. It's getting cold in here. And it was Durant, the guy who's had his number all night long, who just a step off. Wow. And Terry McCauley just confirming what we already knew. No OPI. Sean McVay has no words. Wow. Whittington to the 27. 13 seconds left. Momentum, Chicago. Wow. And suddenly life is breathed back into the stands at Soldier Field, and the fans are loud. I would take a knee. Just take a knee. Just take a knee. Just take it to overtime. They're listening. I cannot believe we're going to overtime. I'm done. What? End of regulation. Unreal indeed. There's. Wow. And the Bears season saved by just a miracle. There's no way he saw Cole Kmet. I mean, he had multiple defenders in his face, off his back foot. He just launched one up inbounds somewhere and hoped someone would go down with it. The overtime rules: each team will have an opportunity to possess the ball unless the team kicking off to start overtime scores a safety or defensive touchdown on a receiving team's initial possession. Team leading after each has had opportunity to possess the ball wins. If the teams remain tied after each has had possession, the next score wins the game. The game cannot end in a tie. Each team gets 3 timeouts. All replay reviews are from New York. Rams called heads. It's tails. So, all right. Strategic for the Rams. They're going the way the wind is pointing. Wow. Unbelievable. Boy, do I want the Bears to win. Any predictions? We're past that. This just got real. Overtime in Chicago. I want the Bears to win. That's it. That's my prediction. I want the Bears to win. They do not deserve to lose after that play. No team does. That was one of the plays right there. Man. Wow. In case nobody knew, that's why we watch football. That's why it's such a good sport. because something like that could happen. The game was over, the season was over, and the Bears just with a heave and a prayer. Wow. Stunning. We're going to overtime. Just good football. That was just good. The game's made up in my mind. I mean, it was made us suffer through 3 quarters of garbage to get to the miracle play. Wow. That's a good play. I don't know how. This is in the NFC wild card. Packers Bears, the final play. He did it again. He had that big one. I mean, it's just like there's something comes over him. He's got X-ray vision. He can see through people. He just thinks they're ghosts. He can go backwards as many yards as possible, launch a 50-yard ball, and somehow he connects. It's just unbelievable. Wow. Oh, that was a great game. It was like final scores 3-3, but in the final or in overtime, goes to overtime, ends up being 24-24. That's how college works. There was genuinely a college game like that where it was like it wasn't a good. It was like Bowling Green against Toledo. It was 3-3. Then it went to overtime. Ended up in like 6th or 7th overtime. Final score was like 56-50. Like college is crazy. That was a legendary game though. It was like made you suffer through 4 games and then stay overnight to finish watching 6th overtime. Watched I think Toledo won. 1st and 10 for the Rams in overtime from the 27-yard line. Handed off to Kyron Williams. Williams has got a nice head of steam here. He's going to get 7. 7-3. 2nd and 3 now. Steely. All right. Impartial. Not rooting for the Bears. 2nd and 3. 14-25 to go in overtime. I don't even know what the clock's for. But I'll keep tab on it anyway. Stafford is going to go under center here. Kyron Williams is the running back after the 7-yard run. Whittington in motion. Puka's coming down now. It's another handoff to Williams. Kyron Williams isn't going to get the first down. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It's a whole new game. This is what was explained during the Broncos-Bills overtime game by the rules analyst over there. Overtime is no longer the same game as it was 2 years ago. It's just a totally different football game. The score, as far as we're concerned, is 0-0 right now. 3rd and 1. Bears bringing the house, it looks like. Nakua in motion. It's a shovel to the outside to Blake Corum, and Corum bounces off one, and he's taken down. And the Bears defense gets the job done. It's 4th and 3 or 4. So the Rams are going to have to trust their defense. Yeah. He should have given it to Puka. But that was beautifully covered by the Bears. About as good as it gets. They swarmed to the ball there. Here is Ethan Evans, who needs a better punt than his last one. And a better punt it is indeed. Fair caught at the 16-yard line. So the Bears, 1st and 10 from their own 16. The next score wins the game. First 4 drives in the second half. Caleb Williams was 3 of 12 for 32 yards and an interception. That last drive, 3 for 6, 38 yards and a touchdown. And what a touchdown it was. On his stat, it's gonna come out. It's like, yeah, 14-yard touchdown. The people watching the game cast, 14-yard touchdown. Caleb Williams to Cole Kmet. What they didn't know, 50-yard touchdown pass off his back foot. Basically just threw one up there. DJ Moore in motion. It's a fake shovel. He rolls to his left. Caleb Williams just kind of dunks it off to Cole Kmet, who's going to get 11. Wow. Do the Bears fans love Cole Kmet now, huh? He got the 11, and now they love him. Unbelievable. First and 10, handoff. DeAndre Swift swallowed up by Jared Verse. Saying Caleb Williams was cold as ice after the touchdown. He didn't even react. No celebration. He is turning into Iceman. Good throw to DJ Moore. He's going to be short of the first down, though. It's going to be 3rd and 5 or 6, I want to say. 3rd and 4. Okay. And Caleb, he was cold on that last play. No reaction. He just stands up, just stares right at the camera. There's probably a camera clip out there somewhere. Him on the ground. He just looks up. I knew I did it. 3rd and 4. Williams. Can the Rams get a stop? Under pressure. Williams rolls to his right. Caleb Williams. He's going to try and take it himself. He gets the first down and then takes a hit on the sideline. But he's got it. 1st and 10, Chicago. Next score wins the game. They only need a field goal. Wow, he didn't even slide. He didn't dive. He wanted more. He takes the shot from Landman. 1st and 10 now. New set of downs for the Bears. Approaching midfield. Play action. He's going to hit Manungai out of the backfield. Kyle Manungai is going to get 5 yards before he's pushed back. Go get 5 on forward progress. So 2nd and 5. Next score wins the game, as a reminder. And the Bears are closing in on midfield. The Rams can't do much. Just watch and hope their defense holds on. Give them another shot. Second and 4. I formation for Chicago. And it's a shovel to the right side. The Rams are ready for it. And Swift is dropped by Nate Landman. He has become a serious leader on this on this Rams defense. I'm just imagining them now. They haunt me so much. But they dropped him there. That was a great move by Landman. 3rd and 6. Can the Rams defense hold on, or will the Bears get 6 more? Caleb Williams, he's capable of anything. Kmet in motion. Pressure coming. Throws quickly to Kmet. He's a yard short. He's gonna be a yard short. It's 4th and 1. Oh, what do you do? Oh, what do you do? He's gonna Dan, isn't he? He's gonna go. He's going. Caleb Williams is on the field. And breath is held at Soldier Field. The Rams are stacking the line. And he runs to his left. He got the first down. Caleb Williams. Whew. Man, the next score wins the game. They're over midfield now. They only need about 20 more. First and 10. From midfield. Shovels it to Manungai. Kyle Manungai twisted up for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7. If there's ever been a time to bend but not break, it would be now for the Rams defense. Here, Chris Collins was saying there's not a sound in Chicago. Everyone's afraid to breathe. Understandably so. I'm afraid to breathe. I'm not even there, and I have no care who wins this game. I have absolutely nothing on this game. So, I mean, this is just a good football game. Caleb Williams, he's looking deep. He goes deep. It's intercepted. No, Cam Curl. And Caleb Williams is melted. The 3rd interception for him. And Stafford's got another chance. Wow. This is why we don't breathe. Oh, man, it's just a bad throw. Yeah, Chris Collinsworth is right this time. DJ Moore just didn't look like he knew where the ball was going because he didn't make an attempt to go for the ball. It was Cam Curl was the only one playing the ball the whole way. I just don't believe that he would miss something that bad. 1st and 10 from the 22. It's a whole new game. It's still not over. The Bears can still stand. They just need their defense again. Jet sweep Puka Nacua. Tremaine Edmonds in pursuit. Drags him down after 4. Whew. 17 all in overtime. I don't know what happens after the end of the 15-minute period. We'll see. Stafford throws to the sideline. He's got Ferguson in a first down, and he's still going, and he gets another 5. To the 41-yard line. Wow. Did we pick the right game or did we pick the right game? You're welcome. 5:52 on the whatever clock means. Stafford under pressure, throws, hit as he throws. Oh my goodness, he caught it. First down, Rams in Bears territory. Davante Adams. Ooh, that's close. He's got it there. That's close. They're going to challenge this. Oh, no, they've got to replay it from New York. So they're heading to New York to review this one. That's close. You got it there. That's a catch. Yeah, that's a catch. Wow. That was, we haven't seen Davante Adams hardly at all today, but that was just a good catch from Adams. It's only his 2nd catch of the day. Comes at a huge moment. Instant classic in Chicago. Sorry. In a way, Rodgers owns the Bears one more time. 1st and 10 for the Rams. What a catch. And they are in Bears territory, not quite in Matt Mavis's field goal range. They need about 10 more. The Bears need to lock down. They're showing heavy pressure. And it's a handoff to Kyron Williams, who breaks through the first. Sorry, it's Blake Corum. And he gets 5-4. I think it's going to be 2nd and 6. Oh, it's too much. It's too much. I would be dead if this was the Dolphins. I would just not be here. Stafford to throw on 2nd and 6. It gets batted down. Oh. Big play. Grady Jarrett. Remember him? Former Atlanta Falcon. Gets his hand up. Full hand. 3rd and 6. This is a long field goal. They need the 1st down. Looks like the Rams are taking another timeout, or their first timeout. The next score wins the game. Football. Oh, that was cool. Stafford walking by his trainer. He turned into Batman for a second. Just flip off the or 3rd and 6. Oh. I want someone to catch my clothes. 3rd and 6. Pressure coming. Quick throw. Got Puka. Got the 1st down to the 30. The 26-yard line. The Rams are in field goal range. He saw the blitz. And that is Aura. Wow. And Puka was wide open. What a throw, and then what a run after the catch from Puka Nacua. What a time to come up big. 1st and 10 from the 28. They just need to line it up. I don't know, he runs to the right hash. He did not line it up. They're going to try again. That was Corum, no wonder. Yeah, they're just gonna run it back. They're just going to run it down the middle. Probably to the left this time. Wow. Matt Mevis warming up on the sideline. I don't trust a kick that. I don't know. I kind of want to know what happens when the 3 minutes run out. Ooh, plays blown dead. The Rams called their 2nd timeout. Didn't like the call, I guess. I guess he told him to run right. He's like, no, wait, run left. This is a good football game. Harrison Mevis. Oh, I've been calling him Matt. I'm really sure he doesn't mind. Harrison Mevis. He's getting ready. There's 3.5 left in overtime. The Rams are in field goal range. It's just a matter of lining it up and not making mistakes. Big boy looks trustworthy. Stafford looks left, throws one up. Incomplete for Parkinson. 3rd and 7. I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that. They just threw one up there. I don't think that was smart. The next score wins the game. Like, he knows that, right? Just line up the kicker and kick the field goal. You do not want him kicking from any hashes. Just kick it down the middle. 3rd and 7. Stafford throws one up. Oh my goodness, he almost caught it. Terrence Ferguson almost caught it and ended the game there. So the Bears give it to one more act of miracle. It needs to be one last miracle. They need a blocked kick or for Harrison Mevis to miss. He made from 32 earlier. This is 42. This could be it. The snap is good. The kick is good. The Rams are going to the NFC Championship game. We're there next Sunday. Seahawks host the Rams. What a season for the Chicago Bears, and what an ending. They fought to the bitter end. About as good of a season as it can get for a first-time head coach. A lot to be proud of if you're the Chicago Bears. They got to walk out of this one with their heads held high. What a game. They just pushed what probably is one of the best teams, if not the best team in the NFL, to overtime. And next week's going to be fun. I guarantee it. It's going to be two rivals going at it in a championship game. So Stafford and McVay going one more round to the conference championship. They got Seattle in Seattle. I mean, this play just unbelievable. So congrats to the Rams, but what a game from the Bears. Salute to them. Good game for Chicago. Really, the interception hurt. That ended up being the downfall, but can't play it much better. Credit to the Chicago Bears. Wow. So we know our final four. The Rams, the Seahawks, the Patriots, or the Broncos. One of those four teams is your Super Bowl champion. Wow. One of them, it's got to be one. It's got to be one of them. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching this NFC divisional thriller between the Rams and the Bears. We will see you all next week for the Rams and the Seahawks in Seattle. And hopefully by then, I will have recovered from the many, many heart attacks of the last 20 minutes. Good football. Just a great game all around. Congrats to the Bears for making it this far. And congratulations to the Los Angeles Rams. They're going to Seattle to play for a chance at the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Wow. Good news for the Rams, though. They never have to go back east again. They got to go to Seattle, just West Coast, and then they're down to San Francisco. They don't have to leave the West Coast. They're fine with that. Great game, great comment. Thank you. Go. I don't know who. I'm good. I'm happy. This is a good field. I like it. The Bears are gone. The 49ers are gone. Or sorry, not the Bears. The Bills are gone. The Bills are gone. The 49ers are gone. I don't care. I'm done. This is going to be a good Super Bowl regardless. Good championship games all around. So we will see you guys in the NFC Championship game at this same time. So 6:30 Eastern Standard. And yeah, hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Great game, great commentary. See you next week. Thank you all so much for watching. God bless. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.